Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 79 of Insensitive Culture, the coolest nerds you know. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool blazer, Ramon.
On the other end is always. So all of us combined, we are.
Insensitive culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Make sure you check it out, homie. And today we have a full ass house. Our
Full
boy
house.
Prince is in the building.
Yeah.
And my brother Macho is in the building.
What's up? What's up, fellas?
You dropping the young? You're not young Macho
I'm
anymore.
I'm almost 30, bro.
Okay, yeah.
It's been not young for a minute then. So that's
Just
not
Macho.
young.
The young started when he was actually in his teens, very, very young.
Very appropriate.
He's a young
It's very
money. He's a
appropriate.
young money fan, so it makes sense. But nah, it's cool. It's cool to have everybody in the house. Is gonna be a crazy ass episode. We got the Henny flowing, and Johnny's over there sipping some Henny too.
You know, I got that Henny White.
It's in his Yeti
That real
thermos.
Henny.
Yeah, he got that official Henny. That shit is smooth as hell.
It's that island Henny.
Yeah, it's
I
that
haven't
island
tried
Henny.
it in
And
a long
the
time.
funniest,
Nothing about that.
the funniest shit about us drinking Henny is gonna be Dave in about an hour, and I love it every single time.
He always says that.
why
He
I
always
brought
says that. Can we get a Dave Henny compilation?
Oh yeah,
Is
we
that
have to
something
figure
that
that
we
out.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd like to see that. It's just Dave. I don't know.
It's just Dave, but it's Dave on Henny, and that's the best
Yeah.
shit ever.
That's easy. You can just search for Prince, and for every Prince
The Prince
episode.
episode, yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Because we got really drunk for the Danny episode. What was it? The Thanksgiving
Yeah.
one.
That was
because
tequila,
of him.
though.
That was that Patron.
That was tequila. Yeah,
that was
yeah,
that
yeah.
Patron.
That was nice.
But we were all pretty lit for that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prince, you already know Prince already. You know he has to bring something to do. So we're gonna start that little
Something
counter
to
there and see
fidget
how many
with.
times he solves it.
It's the fidgetiness in me. Fidgetiness.
I feel that.
I feel,
I feel
you.
that.
Yeah.
I just move around a lot.
Yeah. Most people
do,
can't
bro.
So
tell,
you get
but
I get.
my camera bounces a lot throughout the episode because my legs are always fucking going up and down.
Your upper body
Or you'll
stays
see
very
me-
still. I never.
Really? Because I feel like I'm
Yeah, I
always
know.
going up and down.
No, I don't.
doing it
I
right
never
now.
notice it.
Yeah, I'm fidgety.
I mean, I can see your head bobbing now, but like if you don't bob your head, like I wouldn't tell that you're.
Pilger's
leg is
Pilger's
bouncing.
bad with it. I know he's gonna listen to this too. He's gonna be like, "Fuck, what?"
Damn.
But no,
Right out.
he that's what he does. He I think every single time I make some sort of clip with him in there, he's like, "Yo, why the fuck am I bouncing around like a madman?" Yo, but he does it every time. It's great.
I do my leg. I'm always,
Yeah,
Just
I-
on the leg, yeah.
I think the only time I don't really shake my leg is when we're recording. But other than that, everywhere else, I'm just shaking my leg. I can't.
That sounds like a
keep up.
medical condition, bro. I don't know.
I'm just
Now that you
nervous. If I
think
have to
about it-
sit here, if I have to like sit in one spot, I'm always fidgeting.
Yeah,
too.
it's just like, fuck. I can
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm just used to this right here. So it's like I try not to move the upper body, but I notice I don't really kick my legs or anything.
Sounds like self-control.
Maybe.
No, that stuff's
Do you know me? Do I have any kind of self-control?
Only
Why do
in
we
the
all
leg shit.
laugh?
Yeah, only in the legs. All right. So I don't really have many questions today, but I do have one that we can possibly go through. But it's a choose a power, right? And it's out of these three. I found this online. It's not the craziest selection, but choose one of these, right? You can one is you can watch as much Netflix as you want, but time is frozen while you're watching. Two is you can eat an extra 2,000 calories worth of food or snacks each day, and it doesn't affect it doesn't affect you physically. Or three, you can pick the weather every weekend.
weather every weekend. Yeah, I'm going with 3. I can already eat what I want.
Yeah, that's true.
And I already watched Netflix.
Fuck you.
Right.
Oh man. So here's the thing though, is even though you can eat, technically you can eat whatever you want and you don't gain weight, the physical part could be something like diabetes or some shit like that, where the extra 2,000 calories doesn't affect you in that sense.
True that.
So
But you can still gain weight.
Weather every weekend.
yeah, I know.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
I was gonna say I know what your answer is still. However, I just had to bring that out. I had to say that. I would have to agree, man. I could care less about the calories. Netflix. I barely like. I watch stuff so that we can have something to talk about, and I have something to say about it, and like I enjoy that. But for me to be able to just sit there and binge it for hours and it doesn't affect time, I don't need that.
Yeah.
There's just be crazy.
I'd rather have
implications of
power
that.
over time.
Yeah, I'd rather. Yeah,
That
I'd
is
rather
your
do some
power
shit like
over
that.
time. Whenever you watch Netflix, time stops. I mean, is the reason that you don't watch a lot of shit now is because you don't have the time, though, right?
Nah, because I'm playing video games. That's the thing. While
True.
everyone else is
Well,
watching
yeah,
stuff,
no,
I'm
you
just
got
like,
all the fucking time in the world. You don't.
Yeah, he's talking about me.
I'm talking about Watt.
I'm talking about what?
Watt got
Yeah,
the least
I
amount
mean-
of time of all of us.
True
I
that.
mean, yeah, but even when I watch Netflix now, I'm usually fidgeting around, like looking at my
Doing something
phone.
else.
It's like I don't really like stare at it like that. I probably restarted that shit. Like whatever movie it is, I probably restarted it multiple times. So I would go with the weather. Most people would probably think that I would want to consume 2,000 calories and not change physically.
Nobody
However-
said that. Nobody said that.
I really
But I
thought
don't
you
care
was,
about
I
that.
thought I know you. I'm your brother. I thought you was gonna pick two.
No, I don't need it. I don't need it.
I just feel like that's a lot of calories to consume in addition to what I normally
extra.
consume.
So give me a frame of reference. What is 2,000? Like, what can I eat that's 2,000 calories?
So
That's
normally,
like your entire diet of the
That's
day.
yeah.
that's
like a normal
standard
day.
diet.
a daily caloric intake.
That gives me nothing on what what it physically is. Like, is it
So,
a burger?
Depends on
Is
the
it-
food. Like you could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
2,000
totally
How many
calories.
burgers? How many
Because like a
burgers?
double
You can-
Whopper is probably like what, 1,100 calories or some shit.
It's
Yeah,
like-
like
it's
with,
like-
with the fries and the Coke
See,
and shit.
I ate
like-
a double Whopper in the car on the way here, so now I have a frame of reference.
and then dark
So
liquor.
two of those in a
dark
day.
liquor to top it off.
2 extra.
You're like John
Yeah,
Belushi.
double Whopper is
So that's the life you're
941
living right now, bro.
calories. So you'd basically able to eat 2 additional double Whoppers a day,
and it won't.
And
fuck
nothing.
with
and it
you.
wouldn't affect you.
That's a lot
But-
of other shit
Yeah,
though too.
that's not a superpower.
It's not a superpower. No. Some people though, they love food that much, and
Yeah.
they want to be able to eat all that shit.
I think you convinced me, actually. I think I would go with that one only because I know for a fact I don't consume that many calories every day, and to have an extra 2,000, to know that if one day I wanted to get crazy and just fucking it doesn't fucking matter. And
So
like,
you would.
I don't care about the weather, dude. I'll probably be inside regardless. So I don't give a fuck about that.
That's true.
Netflix, I watch Netflix to pass the time sometimes. If I were going to watch something and then I stopped it and it was like a second after I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Yeah.
what am I going to do now? Like, I
I
wouldn't know
would
what
take
to
the
fuck to
weather
do with myself.
manipulation. I would take the weather manipulation, not necessarily because I would want to change the weather every weekend, but if I really wanted to do, so like let's say that that Billy Joel concert you went to, right? Let's say that shit was on a weekend and it's outside and you got rained out.
Oh no, that weekend I definitely would have wanted to control. Like, but that's very rare that I give a shit like that, because that weekend we did Billy Joel, and then the next day we went to Six Flags. So like I really wanted the weather to be nice that weekend. Like the one time where we were gonna be outside doing shit, like I was thinking about that literally for like the past couple months, like as it was approaching. So like that is definitely a time that I would have wanted it, but. Other than that, like I don't give
You
a
could
shit.
just
I
hit
wanna
up
pick-
Prince and be like, "Yo, Prince, control the weather for this weekend."
Right.
I would want
true
the
that.
weather for my
True that.
outfit,
So you know what to rock.
so I can know what to wear. You know, I
Yeah.
can control really what I want to wear. I like wearing hoodies.
Yeah, the
So I'd
the
make it
closest people
chilly.
next to you would just be like, "Yo, what you wearing today, bro?" So I can figure out what I'm wearing today.
It would be 65 and sunny for me every fucking day.
Yeah, that's
or, you
perfect.
Know,
I
what,
could
like
wear a
I don't.
hoodie.
Yep, I could wear a hoodie. I
I
could
would
wear
just
jeans.
Perfect.
commit crimes. Honestly, rob a bank.
While you're watching Netflix, because time stands still. Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
See? Do you see what I'm
Because
saying?
if you have your
if you
phone and
just
you're
have
running
your-
around
Exactly.
watching
Look
Netflix
outside the
while
box,
you're doing
guys.
stuff,
Exactly.
That's a good
there
one.
you go.
It's the Henny, son. It's, you guys were right. The Henny is. It's crazy. I don't know.
I thought about that, but I'm like, who in their right mind is gonna be like trying to do something else while like
I
attentively
mean, do your
watching
eyes have to
Netflix?
be focused on the screen? I mean,
What
I could
is
just wear my
considered
headphones.
watching?
I feel like I've done
I
that
mean,
before,
right.
though.
It doesn't say listening to Netflix.
Is there a
so,
test on it? Like, is there like a cognition?
But I'm
test? Like, do they
watching
have
it.
to-
I'm watching it the same way that you said you watch it, right? Like I'm doing two things at
Yeah.
the same time. It's just that I'm robbing the bank while I'm like glancing back to see like what's happening on The Witcher.
Yeah, that would that would totally be feasible if we had the augmented reality glasses going.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was
that would
thinking
then
that.
you're perfect.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Netflix on one side.
I would invest all of my money into making one pair of glasses just for me to have that
Your
that
Netflix glasses.
gift.
Do you guys watch a lot of Netflix though? Like right now?
I don't.
watch a
That's why I was
decent
like, I
amount.
would never pick the Netflix thing because like Netflix is honestly the last subscription service that I ever
But
go
what's
to.
crazy about Netflix is I feel like a lot of people are like that. Like they barely watch it and then their prices go up every month.
Yeah.
I don't know who makes more money off non-active users, Netflix or Planet Fitness.
So yeah, I mean, Planet Fitness
I
definitely.
think Planet Fitness,
um,
but yeah, Netflix is close. Netflix is close though.
Right.
Netflix is the default. It's the default subscription service.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it's like
you-
you can't cancel it. Something's
No.
gonna
No,
come out
no.
on there that you're like, fuck, I needed to
That
watch
gives me
that.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Knowing
Yeah.
you can't log into Netflix, dog, that would freak me out.
Yeah, that's
that would freak
pain.
me out. I can't.
It always happens to me when I'm with a new girl too. Like, oh, I'm about to go watch
I'd be like,
Netflix.
babe, could we,
I promise
can
you
we
I
use
had
your
it.
password real quick?
Yo, so I was having the conversation with the guys about subscription services, and one of the biggest thing about like Apple TV Plus, which I tell people, yo, Apple TV Plus surprisingly has a lot of like great content. But the response is always the same. Like I don't really hear much about it. And with Apple TV Plus, with all of the other subscriptions, they have, in addition to their content, they have other content that you could
that
stream
back
that were shows. Yeah, that back catalog is crazy, which is what Netflix really has. They have the largest back catalog, and a majority of it is great stuff. But there's a lot of trash shit too
Right.
that you have to sift through. But that's really why it makes them the go-to subscription, is because there is always something to watch on Netflix.
Right.
Whether it is new or old, there's always something that you can find on Netflix. But like an Apple TV Plus, it's only their originals.
Right.
So there is no back catalog.
That's
So
tough.
you're not really gonna hear a lot about that. But also, I know what I'm getting. Like I
Right.
can sift through their shows, and I don't have a lot to choose from. So that is also
And it's
like
only
a
$5.
plus. And it's only $5. Yeah, and they definitely do have some great shows. Because
If you haven't bought anything like in the last whatever what did they give
Yeah.
you, like 3 months or a full year when you buy something new?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's like
So
6
like if you
months
get
or
a new
year.
phone, you
6
get
months
you
or
get-
something. Yeah, any like
Something like that.
new
Still.
product with a screen, you get like fucking you get it for free for a certain, like a trial or whatever. So yeah, I mean
It's fire.
it's unfortunate about it is you're right, is that they don't have the back catalog, so people don't really be talking about it. But like a lot of people that I do end up speaking with have maybe seen one show and they're like, oh yo, I just heard about this Ted Lasso thing. Is that something I should watch? And I'm like, hell fucking yeah, it's easily like the best show on television. And then they're like, oh, and fucking have you seen that yet? And I'm like, yeah, and season 2 starting next week. They're like, damn it, Apple, you're gonna make me fucking subscribe to this service.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Even their movies and stuff, like they've had some they've had some good content, man.
A lot of their
Apple's
shit is
always
very
gonna
emotional,
lie
though.
about
I ain't gonna lie.
It is very emotional. Yeah, it's tear jerkers and all
Yeah.
kind of shit like that.
But it's good.
What was that
good,
Justin
solid
Timberlake shit? I watched that not
Yeah.
too long ago.
That was great.
I forgot the name of it, but that was a good one.
It was a good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I sleep on their movies a lot, dude. Like I'm all about their TV shows, but there's some good ones that
Cherry
Tom
with
Holland.
Tom Holland,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That one
that's-
was.
I wanna
Apple
watch
TV
that.
Plus. That was great.
the
Yeah.
Angelina. Oh no, Angelina,
Palmer. That's
that
what
was
it was.
Fire. That was HBO. Palmer. Yes, thank you.
That new
It's good.
movie, Coda,
Surprising.
I really want to see, but I'm like, I gotta carve time out that I know that I'm
Yeah,
okay to
that's,
cry because it's
what's
definitely it's like another emotional movie for
That's
sure.
that's one that's on the list for Jillian and I, man. She wants
Yeah.
to watch that.
That's definitely
but
good.
It's about a girl who wants to get into the music business, but she's raised in a family of with deaf parents.
Mm.
So it's all about like her trying to follow her dreams, but she can't really she can't really
Are they
leave her
trying to
family
stop
kind of
her?
thing.
Like,
Right.
are they?
I
do they
think so.
understand
I
A
don't
little
know.
what she
bit, yeah.
wants to do?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just kind of
Yeah.
Probably make her
the
feel
shit that
guilty.
always the shit from that I haven't seen it, but in the trailer, the line that always gets me, that's like, oh man, this movie's for sure gonna fuck me over, is when she says the mom says, damn, like she's signing obviously, and it's I can't remember the actress, but she's very famous for doing deaf characters. And hard of hearing characters. And she says something to her daughter where she's like, if I was blind, would you paint? And it's like, oh, damn, stab me in the heart, mom. Like, what the fuck?
That's a fucked up thing to say.
I know.
Actually.
Right, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's what it's about there. You know, her daughter sings. Nobody else in the family
so
can
it's
hear
a
her.
lot of that type of stuff. But they have great content, like you said. I can't wait for C next week. I can't wait for a lot of that shit, man.
Word. Oh, that's actually Friday, right? Like the
Yeah.
27th. Yeah.
They're on
The day after this
okay.
drops tomorrow.
Season 2.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
That's gonna be
Tomorrow, for the
yeah.
listeners. Good call.
Yeah,
That
nice.
snuck up on me. I thought it was like later September.
I
for
did
some
too.
reason. I don't know why, but I was very excited because I kept seeing the trailers. It's like that.
They got a couple things dropping
soon.
in September. That's why, because they got the morning shows coming back, season 2 in September, and then not Foundation, but Invasion. I think that's dropping in September.
Foundation does start soon too, right? That's going to be the one to draw a
it's
lot of people.
sometime either this fall or winter. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what Foundation is, it's a book that influenced a lot of modern sci-fi
That's right.
movies and
Yeah.
shows like Star Wars was influenced by Foundation. I'm not sure if Dune was, but
You've
it
been talking
seems
about
like
this for years.
it's
I feel
all-
like
Yeah.
reading about it. Like I've heard about it years ago.
oh,
Like,
since
this
they
has been-
announced Apple TV Plus
Damn.
in general.
Damn.
They've been talking about it. So now it's actually dropping, I want to say either early or mid September. So
Possibly,
we're almost
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sick.
We're almost there. It's going to be a good show. I don't think, do I have any other questions? Let me see.
I've never signed up for that Apple Plus thing. Maybe I should.
They have some good shows.
Especially if it's a free trial.
Honestly, yeah.
Just don't forget to
Try it
cancel
out.
it if you don't want to fuck with it. Because that's the worst, getting charged for some bullshit that you didn't want to.
Yeah.
You didn't
You
want
gotta
to keep
call
going.
someone. And, yeah.
Yo, I've been rocking an Instacart subscription because I let that shit fucking lapse, dude. I just used the fuck out of it, dude. I had Instacart. I mean, I haven't
Oh,
lately,
that's
but
wild.
I'm gonna now that I think about it. They hit me with a decent charge too. I'm like, yo, you motherfuckers are gonna be bringing my groceries for the next year. It was a year, dog. They got me for a year.
Oh,
Ooh, you got a
Wow.
yearly
You
subscription.
got.
I hate those.
they hit you with the annual. Bam.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's harsh.
It was like $100.
You better put the calendar
yeah.
notice.
That's worth it, though.
In
Wait,
now
is it
to
through your phone
cancel.
though?
I mean, I did it a minute ago, dude. I've been using it. Like it's past the cancellation time. Like I can't say it was an accident at this point. Like,
No,
No,
but
I'm saying
my-
for
my
like
question-
next year, if you don't want to continue it,
Oh, yeah.
put your
No, I turned
calendar
that off.
events
no,
in now.
Yeah.
Or you turned off the auto
I did,
renew.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I turned off the auto renew in that
Oh,
bitch.
okay,
Like
okay.
after it did it the first time.
I go through my subscriptions, like the list on my phone
Uh-huh.
periodically just to make sure I don't have something that's in there I've made a pretty good habit of signing up for something and immediately canceling it,
So it doesn't.
so that it
get
doesn't
you.
auto renew.
Yeah.
And then if I want it when it goes to cancel, I'll sign up again, whatever,
Right.
I ain't
pay
got
at
that
that time.
discipline. I ain't got the discipline.
No, I'm talking
tough.
about
It's
immediately. Like immediately, as soon as I sign up for this thing, I am canceling it. Then you have whatever time, and it just doesn't auto renew.
Amazon got me for a few years back. Fucking,
My girl did that.
I
She
get got all the time.
it happens, dog.
my girl did
but
that.
Amazon is Gucci.
She did.
Yeah.
What's the language learning? The famous one, Rosetta
Duolingo.
Stone.
Rosetta Stone.
Stone. Yeah.
She did Rosetta Stone, the app for Spanish, so that she can help teach like my son and stuff like that, like put him through stuff. Probably did that for like a week, and then didn't notice that she signed up for a full year. Right?
Which
So
is Rosetta Stone for a year. or
yeah, and then randomly she's like, "Yo, like, I just got charged for over $100. Like, why is that? Why did that happen? I think they're fucking me over or something like that. Like, what's going on?
Right,
It says Apple. Like, what's going on? I'm like, give me a second. I look at her thing. I look at her subscriptions. I was like, yep, Rosetta Stone. She was able. I told her, yo, call them, and they refunded her money right away. But yeah,
What if she
'Cause
called
I was
it? It
like,
was
yo,
in
call.
Spanish, like she had to say it instead of cancel in Spanish, but she couldn't do it because she didn't take the shit.
Right? If you don't know how to speak it by now, you can't cancel.
That's how they get you. The cancellation line is in the language you're trying to fucking cancel.
Yo, but you're not lying about Planet Fitness though.
Yeah.
Planet Fitness has the best structure, like payment structure ever to fuck over the customer.
Yo, word.
$10,
That's their whole game.
$10 is especially for fitness. It is the perfect amount for you to see that come out and you go,
Let it slide.
I really need to cancel that, but fuck, I really need to get back in the
might
gym.
go
You're really giving up if you cancel that, dude. People don't want to be
but I need to
defeated.
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care what you say. If you're listening to this and you have a Planet Fitness that you
Cancel
haven't used,
that bitch.
if
Cancel
you haven't
the fuck
used
out of
it in 2 years,
Cancel
right?
it.
Yeah.
You ain't going. You ain't going.
You ain't about to
Fuck
go
you doing?
tomorrow.
Nah, it's not them though. It's not the 2 year. It's the people that do it like I'm gonna go hard, and they go for like 2 weeks, and then they don't go for 5 months,
Yep.
and
Oh,
then they
so-
go for 2 weeks, and then they don't. That's who Planet Fitness is keeping on the fucking string.
Can I? No. Can I tell you the best part? Because I've gone through their shit before, right? So the best thing is with them is not only are you tied into that, and you have that thought, right? You have that, man, I really shouldn't cancel it. I'm gonna get in there soon. Every time you see it come out of your account, every single one of you that has done it, you do the same shit
Yep,
every
you
single
know.
time you see it. Like,
You
fuck,
know.
it took $10 out. I really need to get in there. Whatever. The best part is you actually take the initiative of calling and saying, yo, I want to
Ooh.
cancel this. What they tell you is you have to go
In person.
to the location that you signed up at. And you signed up. Exactly. You signed up like 2-3 years ago. You done moved to another part of town. Now you have to go out of your way to go there to cancel. And then you're just like, all right, I'm going to make it there next week.
I work
Right.
there. I know. I used to
Yeah,
work
that's
there.
right.
Yeah.
Yo, that is their motto though. That
Yeah.
like they want you to not go.
You
'cause
guys
it's
want to
easy
know
money.
the funniest part? There's literally people that are just signed up, right? They pay every month, and they only come the day that they give
the pizza?
The pizza bagel.
The
Shut
pizza,
your face.
they could pizza.
Oh my god.
When they give the pizza. That's the only day they ever come. He's like, hey, $10 worth. They come in for the whole family.
Yo, that's
$10 worth it.
I
disgusting.
mean, at that point, $10 is worth it.
I mean, you're getting
To
pizza
feed a
for
family,
$10.
like that's way more than $10 worth of
You bring
pizza.
your wife and your kids.
That's some fuckery, yo. I
know-
never thought
yo,
about
but-
that scheme, but
Got the
that
kids
is
looking excited for pizza day at Platinum
Where you getting
Fitness.
pizza
It's a
for
real
$10
scheme.
these days, though?
It's- yeah,
Where
it's
you
real.
getting pizza for $10?
I would
You're
only
not.
see certain customers.
Little
On the day
Caesars.
that they
Damn,
give
I might
pizza.
need to go get a Platinum Fitness.
right.
Maybe you work out one day and you get pizza. You got your money right
Yeah, don't
there,
forget
son.
about that annual fee they hit you with. It's like $80
is.
one time out of the year.
Oh,
Do you get wings any of those
nah.
days? Is
Like
there a
one
wing
time
day?
out of the year they hit you with an annual fee.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And the best part about that is you'll get hit with that and you'll go, oh, and then the same people, they just be like, well, fuck, now I really, like, I need to
Now
make
I
it in
need
there.
to go. Yeah, you
Yeah,
already
now
got
I
hit.
need to go.
But that
There you
is
go.
the time too where they call in complaining,
Got him.
yelling at us.
Yeah. Yep.
People
So
that
like,
work
yo,
there.
what the fuck? Oh, well, it's in your
in your
contract.
contract. You
It's in your
signed it.
contract.
Damn.
Yep.
That's got to be a shitty day for the employees. They
Yeah.
know everyone's going to be calling.
Oh
them
yeah,
like, what
annual
the fuck
fee.
is
It
this?
was like June 1st or something.
fuck.
Time off, vacation for 2 weeks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep. Same time. Yeah, because it's the same month every single year.
Yeah.
So like even if you sign up the month before, they let you know like, hey, next month is
The
the
annual
day
fee. Yep.
of the annual fee, so you're going to be charged X amount next month, and then you're okay with it at that point. But next year, you don't remember about that shit.
Right.
And I don't even think the people that work there, they don't even warn them. They're just like, yeah, just sign here, circle here, $10 a month.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
They don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
It's horrible.
Yo, just to quickly circle back on the Apple TV shit, I just seen this while I Googled Apple TV. If you're a T-Mobile customer, apparently T-Mobile is giving a free
I
year of
saw
Apple TV
that.
Plus for new and existing if you're on a Magenta or Magenta Max plan.
You got a
there you go.
Magenta or Magenta Max plan?
I don't know. I gotta ask my mom. I'm on my mom's
But there you
plan.
go. Another free way to get access to Apple TV Plus.
That's
Yeah,
what's
because they
up.
know, man. People aren't automatically signing up for it because they don't really hear much about it. But fuck it, why not?
Yeah, I haven't signed up. I think I have it, but I haven't looked
The
at
insensitive
anything on it for
juice.
a minute.
It's definitely it was a surprise because like the arcade thing, I was like, I did it for a little bit for the free trial when I worked there, and I was just like, oh, this is trash.
Those are
Like,
the
I'm good.
trashiest games.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this
Ever.
is trash. And then but the show, like when the TV came, but the Apple TV Plus came up, and I saw the quality of the shows and everything, I was like, oh, okay, all right, I believe in this enough to pay for it
And
after,
did watch
after I
C.
left.
C was so good. And it was, like I said, it was one of the 2 or 3 shows that I did watch on there, but I've never seen anything bad. I've never watched something on Apple TV and been like, fuck.
Yeah, like that was trash.
Right,
Like,
right.
completely
Yeah, no.
utter like trash.
I mean, I think that's Apple. They're always gonna find a way to get to you, even
That's
with
true.
their new stuff.
They just
It may
everything
take
is
a
just
while,
like high
but
quality. Yeah.
eventually you're gonna fall for it.
Are they so confident in that streaming service that they're like, we don't even need to build a back catalog? Like
I think
our
so.
new shit as it comes out, it's gonna be that fire where we don't need fucking friends in the office to carry our bitch ass through.
Their shows have high names attached to them.
Mhm.
Big names. Even like the smaller ones, like one of the shows that me and my girl watch is Home Before Dark, which is about like this little girl who's a news reporter and stuff. And even that, like, there's no huge names in it attached, but it was great quality. It's a good show. So like it either is like that. Everything has been great quality. As far as like, and they've worked with like Steven Spielberg. There are a lot of great directors. There's a new TV show with Joseph Gordon-Levitt that just dropped.
I don't remember
that's
what it was,
going.
but I
Oh, yeah, that
remember reading
Mr.
about
Corman,
and
yeah.
seeing him being like, oh
Yep.
shit.
There's a lot of content. So
And
I don't know if
remember
I
they
put it.
put out that they had that like little YouTube commercial or whatever, and it was just like highlighting all of their original content since it's all original. And remember at the end it was like it just had like in text it was like an original film, and then it did like the backspace and it was like an Apple original film. So it just tells me that like they're really like diving into the original content and just like keeping it. I don't. I mean, if a deal comes
I hope it
by,
works.
I wouldn't put it
I hope
past
it
Eddie
works
Q
for
to
them.
like drop the bread and fucking cop a library. But they've because I think there was rumors that they were trying to get access to the MGM library when that was up for sale. But I think Amazon ended up buying it, right?
I think so. Yeah, all the Bond
Yeah.
movies I feel like are on Amazon.
Yeah. So I think Apple was trying to get in on that deal just to get access to the Bond movies and missed out. And they wasn't trying to pay too much.
Right. But either way, whatever. I have a sillier question that we could really that we could still sink our teeth into right now.
Sink 'em.
Dive in.
Nah,
baby.
it's not even that deep. But I like watching these lists on TikTok videos and stuff. Dave and I share them all the time. But what are your top 5 breakfast cereals of all time?
Ooh.
Captain Crunch, mixed berries,
Fruity
That's a good
Pebbles.
Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp.
Yeah.
Wow, you just listing these
He's
shits
just
off
going.
like
He's
I'm
just
ready.
going. He
Oh,
knows his cereals. He's
I've been in this
training for
situation
this
before.
whole life.
Reese's Puffs.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
I
those are
was-
good.
Huh.
I talked about Reese's Puffs earlier. You heard that.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is up there.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Are these in any order, or are we just?
No,
naming
I
off
think you
five?
can just name.
Okay.
Do you remember French Toast Crunch?
Of
The
course I
ones that
remember
were like
French
shaped
Toast
in
Crunch.
bread?
Yeah, like little
Yeah.
toast
Yeah.
slices. Yeah,
Those might take
absolutely.
the place of Cinnamon Toast Crunch now that I think about
Okay,
it.
so we're still at 4
Yeah.
then.
Wait, but was Captain Crunch mixed berries the Captain Crunch berries, or was it Captain Crunch and then Captain Crunch berries?
It was like a cyan box that had all the
but
berries.
but
from the
I'm just
other
saying, are
boxes.
you listing them as
So
two
it's-
separate cereals, or
No, no,
it's
just
that
the,
one
the
cereal.
mixed berry one? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
mixed
one.
So
berries.
it's not the Oops berries.
Oops, all
all
berries.
berries.
No,
Oops,
it's
all
not
berries.
that.
Okay, all right.
That which is also good, but you
mean,
still
it's
need
good.
the little
You
yellow
still need
ones.
the- yeah.
You need the
Yeah.
corn to break it up, to
Yep.
break up the berries, dude.
5.
I want some cereal.
Just one more.
That's why I thought it was a
I
great
think
question.
blueberry.
Which one?
Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Blueberry? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You went with
Blueberry.
the old school.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah. I fuck with that. I fuck
I'll
with
put that on the top 5.
I'm simple. Fruity Pebbles.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Frosted Flakes.
These are 90s classics. You're
Yeah.
just ripping them off.
Yeah.
Ripping them off.
Cookie
Okay.
Crisp.
Yep.
And I'll probably go with the chocolate Fruity Pebbles. The Cocoa Pebbles.
Oh, okay.
Cocoa Pebbles, yeah.
See,
Damn, that was on
same
mine.
thing.
Yep.
Same thing with me, man. I'm probably the plain list, right? So Frosted Flakes, definitely that's probably my number 1 favorite of all time. Honey Nut Cheerios is a classic.
Classic.
Um,
OG.
I fucks with Lucky Charms.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn right.
What's because the blueberry, was that the pink one?
Yeah. Frankenberry was
Yeah.
the pink one. Blueberry was the
Blueberry
blue
was
one.
Blue, like
See,
blueberry.
I have to go with Frankenberry. That was my shit.
Yeah, that was
And
good.
and fruity Pebbles.
No tricks.
Good call.
No tricks?
Tricks is the shit. I haven't had Tricks.
Oh,
Tricks are for
yeah.
kids.
Okay. Fuck the blueberry. Put tricks up there.
Fuck the blueberry tricks.
I was about to say it. I'm like, damn, I
Yo.
forgot tricks on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tricks is the shit.
Yeah.
Sorry
But
to the
it's
ghost,
like
but tricks is
Tricks,
better.
Tricks is for kids.
and no, okay. I was gonna make a blasphemous comment of
Oh, make it.
Tricks and Fruity Pebbles being very similar.
Oh, that is blasphemous.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right. Yeah.
But then I stopped myself because then I remembered the specific flavors of Tricks,
Yeah.
and it's like
Well,
a bolder.
I think the
bolder
one that's in
taste to
mine
it.
is more similar to Tricks than Fruity Pebbles, because I remember I never had Tricks until I was like a teenager.
Bro, you were deprived of many things.
No,
as a
but
kid.
yeah, I was.
I know,
Don't get it
Shelly.
wrong. I was, but it was more because in this case with cereals, it was because my mom was very almost repetitive or ordered in her purchases from the store. Obviously, it was definitely priority was what's on sale. But then only chose from a specific group and didn't really venture
Yeah.
out. So it was a long time. And I know I had Tricks at somebody else's house, and I was always like, oh, Tricks, let me do it. And then I had it, and I was like, oh, this is kind of the other one that I'm going to say. So I'll give you my 5. My absolute number 1, top down, hands down, this is the only one that's ranked, is Captain Crunch. Fucking love Captain Crunch.
Crunch
So,
is the shit,
original.
yeah.
Original. I do love the berries, but I fucking love Captain Crunch, the original.
Yeah.
Original.
Yeah.
The one that I was saying is similar to Tricks, though, Fruity Loops, Toucan Sam.
Fruit Loops. How do we
Fruit
forget
Loops.
Fruit Loops, dude?
That's
Fruit
my
Loops.
childhood for real, man.
Fruit Loops
That's
was.
That's what I was saying. Like,
Good luck.
Yeah.
Tricks and Fruit Loops were
Those were the
similar.
ones that were very, very similar. Not Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles has
yeah.
a very distinct flavor and texture as well. But Fruit Loops and Tricks were very similar, and I can't remember if they were from different makers because I remember there's like General Mills and Post and Kellogg's.
Probably
those were
same
the two big head honchos.
Yeah.
Right. Moving down the list,
of industry.
I'm gonna go Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Capos.
Definitely had tons of that growing up. Lucky Charms. Got your Lucky Charms, definitely. Even though it was probably at the bottom of my list, it's just something I had so much growing up, I can't not have it anymore. And then finally, I'm going to end it with Golden Grams.
Oh, okay.
See?
Yeah, those are good.
Oh, how about I'm going to throw in another one I didn't think of. I'm just looking at a list. Honeycombs.
Ooh, Honeycomb.
Honeycomb cereal was fire.
Honeycomb
to me.
was good.
Nah,
It was
It was
good.
good. It's not top 5.
It was
but it's
like
definitely
Cocoa
a
Pops.
mentionable. It's a mentionable. It's a mentionable. Honorable mention.
I never knew how much cereals there was until I hopped on Clubhouse during quarantine, and they were playing a game where there's like you gotta go and order, and then like you gotta name a cereal like immediately, or you get kicked out the room.
Yeah.
It was like a game, and I'm Googling so I won't get kicked out. And I'm like, holy shit, it's mad cereals.
Yo,
Word.
Apple Jacks.
There's a couple
is one of
cereal
my
bars,
favorites,
too.
Ooh, Apple Jacks. I
Applejack
had a lot of that.
slap.
Yeah.
Damn.
Apple Jacks is
That's
fire.
a good one. Yeah.
Yo, those are
Yeah.
fire. Did you name your
Yeah,
5?
no, I didn't. I have I think my number one, dude, has to be Reese's Puffs.
Okay.
Cereal.
Ooh,
And
really?
That's
a pretty
kinda
new-
OG. It is new-ish compared to like Rice Krispie treat cereal. Do you remember
it's
Rice
not my
I do,
favorite,
yeah,
but
the
I
treat
respect
cereal.
it.
Yeah, I do
the
remember
treat
that.
cereal? Yes, that was one of my shits back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was it was like a Golden Grams, but it
I
was
fuck
a
with it.
s'mores. So there was
yeah?
marshmallow and chocolate along with the Golden Grams.
Yo, you got all.
And then-
You love all these like 2000 era cereals.
Yo, those were
That
the
was my shit.
man.
That was my shit.
These
That
are
was
like
when
the
I ate cereal.
updated.
It was a good
Okay.
era for cereal.
I really don't
Yep.
eat cereal often.
I don't ever,
that,
yeah.
that was really it. Frosted Flakes.
Okay,
Frosted
yeah.
Flakes. I mean, that's
That's
It's a
that's
staple.
like top tier.
Yeah.
It is a staple.
Great.
Yo, do you remember back in the day though when your mom didn't get that Frosted Flakes, you had to take the regular corn flakes and add the sugar to it? Scrape the
Definitely.
bottom.
crunchy.
You had to
It's crunchy
scratch
when you
the
eat it.
bottom of the
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
bowl just to get a little bit of sugar.
Gross, dude. Gross.
I add sugar.
Definitely.
I add sugar.
Two Frosted
there
Flakes.
Was
Oh, you tripping?
Oh yeah, you
there was
tried.
an Oreo.
I was about to say I add sugar to those.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oreo cereal
Oreo
that I
cereal.
fucked with.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
Oreos.
these are
I
all
remember
like.
those. I
I
remember
think I was in college when all these cereals came out. I feel so.
You know what I
old.
seen on the list here that's just
What?
disgusting that our pops always had was Raisin Bran.
Yo,
yeah.
probably because Pops did it. I fuck with Raisin
Yo, but the
Bran. I
raisin
love it.
brands were.
It's not.
The raisins
It's not in
were
my top
bomb,
5.
Dude. The raisins were bomb.
Yeah,
at
it's
that
not
time.
in my top 5, but I fuck with it. But then again, I fuck with Wheaties, and Wheaties is
just
Raisin Bran
without the raisins.
exactly.
I was just about to
Yeah,
say,
I
it
fuck
sounds
with
like none of us ate our Wheaties.
Definitely not.
You did.
Yeah, no, and Wheaties is exactly what you said. It's Raisin Bran without the raisins.
When my mom would buy Raisin Bran, like I would wake up in the morning and I would eat the raisins out of it, and it would just be bran after I was done with that shit.
So my mom would always buy, like she because my dad, like he said, my dad likes Raisin Bran, so we would always have Raisin Bran. And then my mom would just buy like the little things of raisins. So if we had them, I'd just throw in extra raisins.
I mean, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Imagine mad raisins
Never
in that.
liked
That'd be
raisins.
bomb, dude. I would
You ever
fuck
put
with that.
sliced bananas in your cereal?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that hits
Yeah.
too.
My dad.
Sliced
my
bananas
dad
and
did
with
that.
Just
Frosted
All the
almost
time.
any type of flaky cereal for sure.
Any like strawberries too, like a lot
Yeah.
of fruit.
Oh,
cereal
some
is
exotic
bomb.
shit.
Yeah.
Have
I'm
any of you
looking-
guys been to the cereal bar?
Nah,
No,
Yeah.
I
I've
haven't.
The
heard
cereal
there's
bar is
one in
also really
Rochester,
cool.
right?
Yeah, there's
There's
a cereal
there's
bar.
a few. There's a
For
few.
whatever reason, right across the street from one another.
That's weird.
That's because one person opened.
they couldn't
one-
space them out a little bit. Like
Well,
just,
No, that's because one
Like the
person.
cereal bar section of Rochester.
the cereal district is what it's called.
The
Actually.
cereal district.
I mean, yeah. So that is very Rochester, right? I mean, it's no. There is no. There's no denying that when someone has a great idea in Rochester, someone else goes, "Hey, I'm gonna steal that idea, and guess what? I'm gonna open it right next door to the other one. Which
let's
is
not put it all on Rochester. I think that's everywhere.
I mean, that's everywhere, but I mean,
unoriginal people all over the country, all over the world.
I mean, McDonald's and Burger King are right next to each other everywhere.
I would have thought of the
That's damn
same
true.
idea and thought like, yo, I'm gonna go to maybe a block over, like something.
What if there was a fire ass podcast next door to us and they could hear them, dude?
We can hear them laughing louder than us.
They're trash over there,
They
dude.
got better equipment and
We
stuff.
just gone brawl.
fuck
Then we come
them.
back in, we're good. Fuck them is right.
Yeah, exactly.
Put on that bitch while you're recording. I'm
Cut their power off.
Just going back and forth. That would be hilarious. But no, yeah, I mean that happens all the time.
Like, what's even the chances that like rent is available at the spot across the street?
Right.
That's so
like a
wild.
feasible rent for their budget.
Right.
Like, there's so many factors that go into that it's crazy. That
I
that
saw
actually
something like that where like the first one opened. I can't remember which one opened first, but whatever. There's a cereal bar that opened. I was like, oh, that's a great idea. That's awesome. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't go to it because I'm not going to pay $5 for a fucking bowl of cereal.
Right.
But either way, but one has the niche where, yeah, you go have a bowl of cereal and they also have like comic books and shit like that. And that's their whole niche is like, you know, you chill there.
Improve upon
check
the
out-
design.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's another one that opened up and it was literally across the street where they are a cereal bar, but they had another different type of niche, which set them apart. So then they partnered with each other. I saw some news shit where they were like
I do remember.
interview.
That.
It was so stupid. But that is but that was what they did. Luckily, those were the only two that opened up in the area that I can really think of. I think those are probably the biggest ones.
Welcome to
And
the
they
Rock.
probably got a lot of notoriety.
Well, I know
from
one
that.
has like a mobile truck now. So they're at all the events. They were at like the Puerto Rican festival.
food truck?
See,
but
Food truck.
for
Just
cereal,
Walking
though?
around at a festival eating a bowl of cornflakes.
They
dude,
go
that's
everywhere.
so
I see
weird.
them everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I
not a
could definitely
festival.
see
Maybe
it
out
at
of a
like a
cup.
concert or something.
Out of a cup, I could eat some cereal.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that. I do that
I
at
eat it
home.
out of a mug a lot. I eat
you
cereal
go.
out of a
That's how
mug.
I eat
Yes,
cereal.
I do.
I haven't ate cereal in a bowl, and I can't remember how long.
I eat it out of a plate. I just pour a little milk on that.
Or
bitch.
milk in the bag, bro. Milk in the bag. Just eat that
Milk
shit
in
right
the
off.
bag. Yo, that's weird though, right? Isn't that some shit? Like
Hell
I'll eat
yeah.
that shit out of a mug and probably refill it like a good 2
Oh,
times.
hell yeah.
But
Makes you feel like you're not eating as much because it's just a little ass mug, but it's like 4 cups deep, so
Yeah.
it don't matter.
you be like, yo, that shit
Fuck that.
slapped. So I'm gonna go right back and fill that shit back
It
up.
tastes better. It hits
Bring the
different
mug
out
and
of
the
a
box
mug.
with you.
I take the bag out of the box. I didn't bring the box.
Can't be the same milk though, because that shit is all warm now. You need
What?
that cold
No,
ass
you gotta
milk.
build
But
the
it's got all
flavor in
that
that
flavor
milk.
I mean,
in
you
it.
can, but you
Yeah.
gotta-
That milk, I don't get rid of that. That's gold, baby. That's
Yeah, but
gold.
you gotta
Put it
add
back in the
some
jar?
more, is what I'm saying.
I don't.
No?
I go milk heavy at first. I know I'm gonna be going through that milk. I'm not adding more milk. I'm not taking more milk out before the flavors in that milk.
Nah,
Nah,
son.
you're
It has
living
to-
wild.
You
That's
have to,
crazy. That's fucking nonsense right now, Johnny. Are you?
I
hearing this?
understand what you are saying. However, what I'm saying is you still leave that bit of milk on the bottom, but you can't just have dry ass cereal on the top half and then have like
You give it a little dip with the spoon. You hit it
Fuck
under the
outta here.
milk.
That
You
shit-
dip it. You
yeah.
need it fucking sopping wet. Sopping
Are you
wet
a-
cereal.
outta
That's
here?
It sounds
disgusting.
like
Are
you're
you
not
avoiding-
having any milk when you eat the cereal.
Right.
Like there's no milk in
Right.
your spoon.
What are you
This
talking
man-
about? There's mad milk. It's milk and it's
Yo,
cereal on the
my
fucking
man-
spoon.
my guy over
How
here
do you
is
get
There's
so
so
milk
much
with the first
leftover
bite of
milk
cereal?
that you can have a whole nother bowl.
I mean, the mug is basically, it's a big mug and it's full of milk, dog. Like,
you
I'm not
pour your
fucking-
milk in Turns out
first.
it's just a bowl with
kinda-
a handle on
kinda
it.
Yeah, yeah,
spoons
wait,
y'all
hold
got.
on. That's
Kinda
a
spoons y'all got grabbing
that's
a half a cup of milk every time you grab some
That's a
fucking
great
cereal.
question.
Normal
Are
spoons.
you
It's
a
crazy.
hold on,
It's
hold on,
crazy,
hold on,
Tom.
hold on. Are
Let's
you
hear
a
this. What's
milk first or cereal first person?
I mean, if I'm having it out of a mug,
Oh,
I
if
will,
you have
I
to,
will
if
pour
you
the
if
milk
you have
in,
to
dude.
give me, if you have to give me,
I will pour the milk in.
pre-
I'm
a
gonna
preference?
I'm gonna go all milk and then just fill that bitch
oh,
up.
you are, yeah, no,
What?
he's wildin'.
What
You-
in the
Yeah,
world are
That's
you
why I
doing?
knew you were wrong from the beginning.
Yeah.
This is exactly why I'm like,
How
this
do you
doesn't
gonna
make
fill
sense.
that cup
if you
with
fill
cereal
a mug
and
up with
then
cereal, you
pour
can only
milk?
put in like
How do you pump gas?
I don't understand the question. I don't understand.
You gotta put the cereal first.
Yeah.
You gotta put the cereal first, Dave.
He's like, I pull
No,
it.
because
milk on
if
top
I'm
of the
going
cereal.
in with, if I'm going back to the box mad
evil.
times,
I pull out the
why do I
handle
need
first.
Why do I need to
Press the lever and then I put it in the car.
I don't understand. I don't understand how much cereal you're eating in one sitting. Please enlighten me. Walk me through your mug cereal process, please.
So you fill
Let's
up.
see this.
All right. So you fill up the cup or mug with cereal first. That way you have
The mug is up to the top with cereal. That's
Correct.
what you're saying. Okay.
correct, and then
Almost.
you pour in the milk. So then, so that you have more cereal than milk. So by the time, that's why this is so wild to me. I'm like, what are you talking about? You generally have to put in more milk in order
Gotcha.
to get to it.
Okay.
'Cause
I
now,
can see the disconnect here.
so
then.
now,
I understand.
so now,
I understand.
So now, knowing this knowledge,
Okay.
there is for the folks, and you guys can back me up on this. For the folks who actually put cereal first, you know which cereal floats and which don't. Am I
Yeah.
right? That's going to
100%.
make the
Yep.
cereal
So
overflow.
cereal
Yeah.
buoyancy is coming into this decision.
Should
Absolutely.
always come into the decision.
Okay.
Cheerios float when you pour in the milk afterward. It pours up, and you
Y'all-
have a.
hold on. Do y'all live in the cereal district? Y'all know an awful lot about motherfucking cereal.
I do
Keep
live
going,
in the
keep
cereal
going, keep
district,
going.
yes.
I live close by.
I'm just
dabble.
saying, like
I
these
dabble.
are just
I
things
work
that
in
you
the
know
cereal
about when you pour the cereal in first.
I
man.
don't go cereal first. I
You,
will
my
tell
man,
you
are
why.
completely
Let
different.
me
Wow.
walk you through
I get
mine.
you. Okay.
This is my mug here. I'm going to fill it up with a decent amount of milk. We're probably going to go 3/4 of the way up with milk.
Okay.
And I have my box of cereal. I'm going to go in the top. I'm going to get a nice fourth of crunchy
Not even
cereal.
that
I
much.
dip it with a spoon.
Not even that much.
It's a
much.
big mug. It's a big mug. They're big mugs.
It doesn't
was,
matter. It doesn't matter because the
was
majority
made
of that
by,
is
All
floating.
of that cereal starts to float as soon as you put it in there.
So you don't even have. So you are legitimately
you got no
eating
cereal on
one
the
bowl
bottom
of
of your
cereal
mug.
with your refills.
If my cereal gets soggy, I'm not fucking with it.
You are chaotic.
It
Cereal's
needs to
good,
it needs to remain crunchy as
Oh,
fuck.
nah, you're
The
tripping.
whole-
Yeah,
like
I'm
I need
tripping.
You gotta-
a little
I
bit
gotta
of
have a
milk.
good
I
mix.
want some
You
crunch
gotta have
and
a
some
good
milk.
mix.
So why don't you just
It
eat a
can't
handful of
overflow.
cereal with a cup of milk then?
I could.
It's 50-50.
I'm more civilized. We live in a society. Prince.
No.
I can't just fucking
Don't claim to be
handfuls of
civilized
motherfucking
if you're
cereal,
putting
dog.
milk
What
in
is-
first.
Kind of universe is chaotic bullshit. Is a
You are
handful of
chaotic
cereal
evil.
And a mug of milk? That's insane.
You are pure
Ladies and
evil.
gentlemen,
I'm
this is
chaotic good.
This
You
is
are
what chaotic evil looks
my
like.
good sir.
Yeah.
Handfuls of cereal and I'm evil.
Yo.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
Listen,
Never
You might as well
have
just
it.
grab the
cereal
cereal
goes
with your
first.
hand, pour it in your mouth, and throw the jug of milk in the mouth at the
just seems
same
like too
time.
That's
much
what you
work.
should do.
That's too
I
much
can't
work.
say that I haven't done that before,
Yeah.
but that's what you should do.
That's why I rarely have cereal. I have milk and cookies at night, dog. I just dump them shits and then I eat it and then I go to bed.
Just dunk your
you're a
cereal.
dunker. Nah,
a
you
dunker.
see,
He likes
I,
Oreos.
I do my milk and
Oh, we're
cookies
gonna have a
the
dunking
exact
conversation?
same
Yeah.
way that I do
As you
my
do your
cereal.
cereal.
I fill
Boom.
the cup up with
That's what I do too.
cookies and then pour the milk on top.
That's disgusting.
Oh, see, I am with you there. I am a dunker.
I'm both.
I'm both.
That's
I'm both.
chaotic.
I'm both.
I don't know what's worse
Hell
than
no.
evil,
Depends on
but
the
that's
mood.
what that is.
Oh my
That's-
God! When those
I feel like we're
Oreos
talking
crumble
politics.
in that milk, oh my God, it's
Oh,
so good.
they're just
Delicious.
like an Oreo would
I'm
just
with you,
fall
Johnny.
apart, dog. You're eating Oreo
Yes.
mush at that point.
Yes,
this is
and
good.
it's so fucking good.
I
It's
don't like
almost
that
like an
texture. I'd
Oreo
rather just
milkshake,
dunk.
but milkier.
Then get an Oreo milkshake, dog. That's okay. Those are delicious.
How am I going to make an Oreo milkshake at home?
Ice cream and Oreos and milk. That is that's
doing too much.
It's
You
not
can-
magic.
All you have to do is
Then I
just
got to
pour
bring out the
Oreos, pour the milk
blender, and that's
So-
too
in.
much
Yeah,
work,
you
bro.
gotta clean it.
So here's the thing,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not
so
trying
like,
to do all that.
I am both. I
I'm
am
trying to
both.
soak my cookies like sand, son.
I
Wet
am
ass.
both because one, if I'm dunking Oreos, right? We all know you dunk it and then you have to sit there for a second.
Yeah.
You gotta
And you
let
have
it
to
sit
wait
a
for
minute.
it to soak in a little bit of
I
that
don't
milk
think
so
Dave
that there's a
does that.
blend.
Nah,
I don't think he does that
Dave
either.
goes like,
I will give a 10-second dunk on an Oreo because I know what an Oreo absorbs milk like.
So it's
like
the
I
same
know
thing.
that
The
absorption
porosity
rate.
of an Oreo.
It
Yeah.
makes it soggy
Is
when
that
you
a
put
word?
it in
Yeah.
there for
That's
10
it.
seconds.
yeah.
No, 10 seconds is good. 10 seconds is a nice, I think, Oreo texture.
So you're saying in the milk is too much for you.
Because I still have the crunchy side with the even if it
So
does
like
get a
the
little
first
soggy,
half of
I
the
know it's a
cup
little
is
crunchy with it.
exactly
I'm
what
with
you're
him.
asking for. The first half of my cup
I can see that,
is
though.
crunchy soggy, right? It's just
Yeah.
especially when the milk pours on, like I pour that bitch right on top of the fucking cookie, milk Oreos or chocolate chip cookies. It pours right on the top. That first one is a little bit more soggier. The next like 4 or 5, they're kind of like that even blend that you're looking for. But then the rest just fucking fall apart and it's so goddamn
It's
good,
delicious.
bro.
See,
I'll grab a
homemade
spoon
cookies. Homemade
and eat it
cookies.
like
might
that.
hold
Yeah,
up
I eat
like
that bitch with a spoon. Like,
Yeah. That's just
I'm with
delicious.
y'all
But
too.
an
I'm with y'all on
Oreo
that.
or a
Madness.
Chips Ahoy is just disintegrating, and I'm like,
I know.
No,
That's
it's-
what
I
makes
can't
it
comprehend
good.
it. I can't
And at the
comprehend
end,
it.
you just chug that
What you're
bitch.
saying.
Oh, that's so fucking
There's a
good.
certain
and then
level
you
of
get the left-
squishiness
the
I need in a
leftover-
Milky cookie.
The leftover chunks that you could.
Yeah.
Then you gotta scrape them out. You're scraping chunks
Oh
out
my
like
God,
it's a
yeah.
fucking.
Oh,
With
that's
the
great.
spoon.
Nah,
That's
no.
what you use a spoon for.
You drink
Now
the
you're
milk.
dirtying the spoon. That's terrible. This is getting worse and worse. Now I have to do more dishes after I have soggy cookies.
I throw that bitch in the dishwasher.
Well,
That's where I draw
that's
the
why
line.
he doesn't
guys.
want to make
This
a
is where I
milkshake.
draw the
Hey,
line.
guys.
It's been fun, guys. It's been.
Let's reel this in, right? And not.
All right.
And let's not
get
forget.
heated. Let's not get heated.
No, no,
We're all
no, no.
family here.
I'm already
We don't gotta
heated.
get-
We're all family and we're good. But what I want to say is we cannot let
Our
Dave live with the
differences
fact
come
that
between us.
he pours his milk first.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that is not okay.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
That's anti.
Y'all eat all the soggy cereal you want. My shit's crunchy as a bitch.
You know who else ate it like
Crunchy
that?
as a bitch. Don't
Communist.
you say? I thought you were gonna say Hitler, so I'll take communist over Hitler.
He probably did
He
too,
probably
but
did too.
I'm not 100%,
that's-
so I'm not going to make that accusation.
It was
I'm
you
gonna
and
look that up.
Putin. Stein. Yo, what's up with Putin? It's my man. It's
How do serial killers eat their cereal?
How did Ted Bundy eat his cereal?
I guarantee you some word of yours.
Let me see if there's something about that. Though.
Just for the hell of it.
Oh man, let's
Serial
see.
killer does these 5 things every day.
Oh man.
Pours the milk before his cereal? Jesus Christ. That's not really on
Cold
there.
cereal for
Eat
breakfast.
cold cereal for breakfast.
Oh, see? Okay, that's y'all.
Let me
Put
see.
your pants
Let me
on one
see.
leg at a time. That's y'all.
Eating cold cereal for breakfast. It
like
doesn't mention. It doesn't
Porridge and
mention.
shit.
It just
Gross.
says serial killers eat breakfast.
I'm willing to bet
I don't
that
even
they
fuck with
eat.
breakfast, so that's not y'all.
I'm
Eat
willing to
cereal for
bet.
breakfast.
I'm willing to bet that they pour their milk first.
Yeah.
So
Can we get confirmation from the serial killer,
That
please?
just sounds crazy.
don't press the button when you're about to talk.
Yeah. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea.
We're losing them.
I'm not even pressing the button.
That's that Henny.
I
That's
know
that
you
Henny.
were. That's that Henny. All
Good
right,
luck.
guys.
Good luck.
Yo, all right. So we're gonna get into some Hollywood talk because we probably should.
Hollywood?
However, before we get into that conversation, I have to ask you a question, bro.
That's good.
Yo, have y'all ever tried to, like, you were smashing, right? You
I've
were
done that before.
Ooh.
You were having sex with a
Once or
girl.
twice. One day I aspire to see it. It'll happen.
Let me ask the question, right? Have you ever been like smashing, but you're like slipping all over the fucking place?
Oh
right?
yeah.
Word.
Yo, I have
In the
wood
bathroom.
floors all in my house, dog. My entire house is wood floors, no
Yeah.
carpet.
No
I'm
carpet.
slipping all over that. Yes, unless I'm on a
anytime-
bed or some furniture.
Even in your bedroom?
Yes, it's all fucking hardwood floors, dog. I swear to God,
Anytime he is fucking anywhere except for the bed,
bro.
he's
Right.
slipping all over the
I
place.
have no grip. Literally. If I step on like my boxers or something, I'm fucking full split across the floor. I'm done. This is the God's
man.
honest truth. I swear to God.
Yo, well, the funny thing is, right, is we came across a product that's gonna help you, bro.
Son.
Clap cleats. Clap
Give me 'em.
cleats. Bro, they are
What do we got?
socks with grips on the bottom of it that give you traction for the action.
Yo.
Oh,
Son.
yo,
Traction for the action.
traction.
Whoever
for the
thought of
action.
that idea is a genius. That is a genius
Yo.
idea.
Oh man.
Bro,
Yep.
that's
That's great.
Some gripping for the stiffin.
Safety first, bro.
That would legit. Because, like, I'm getting old. Like, I've hurt myself before. And I know y'all are getting up there, too. So, like,
bro,
it has
up
happened.
I took the young out my name. I need it.
Yeah, he's just macho now.
I'm not even gonna lie, man. I fucking hurt my back just walking back and forth around my house and shit. So when I'm trying to smash, bro, that shit. The next day I feel it, right? But I'm sliding all over the place, right? That shit ain't no.
It's no joke.
Ain't no joke.
It's no joke.
That shit ain't no joke. So clap cleats is definitely a real product, Johnny.
Yeah,
Fill them in on it.
Clap cleats is sick. Like when I came across this product name, I was like, "Yo, this shit is so
it's perfect. Perfect name.
Clap
Perfect
cleats for clapping cheeks. Like, come on, like we talk about clapping cheeks all the time on this show.
That's like our saying.
Yeah.
We're a clapping
shit.
cheeks pod for sure.
Word.
So,
Hell yeah.
No, but I love this sponsor. I'm really happy that they chose to sponsor the show. For those of y'all that are interested in clap cleats, just a quick rundown. It's made from this bamboo material. It's supposed to be like better than like standard cotton, right? So like helps with wicking away sweat and stuff like that. And one of the things we didn't talk about is it's just like those climbing shoes where you like stick your toes in each individual socks, so that gives you even more fucking traction, which I think is lit.
Grips.
Yeah, you get the
Yeah,
super
yeah.
toe
Oh,
grip.
yeah.
Each
No
one of my
doubt.
toes has his own comfort.
And it has that same grip that you get like on socks for like a trampoline place or something like that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're not moving. You're not
So
moving.
you're like,
That's
you know,
awesome.
it's
legs
great,
off
right?
the wall
I just
and
like
shit.
want to run around my house in them.
Right.
Yo, I bet they'd be good for the crate challenge if you're fucking running over those crates because you got some fucking clap cleats on.
Yes.
That's the key right
That's
there.
what you need.
Gotta
That's
be
what
it.
they're missing.
Yo,
That's
Yo,
what they're missing.
so for real though, if you're looking for more traction for the action, or you just need something for more grip on that crate challenge nowadays, get yourself a pair of clap cleats, man.
Word.
What's
Couple
the
pair of
website?
clap cleats. Don't forget to
Go
use
find
our
them.
promo code Insensitive. It's the first shot when Insensitive is the promo code. That's the new one. 10% off if you use our promo code on clap cleats. Check it out. Clapcleats.com. Go out there, clap some cheeks with clap
Yeah.
cleats.
yeah.
Yeah, clap some
Yo,
cheeks.
bookmark
right
that,
now.
Macho. Bookmark
I
that.
just
shit.
I had this issue
Insensitive
last night.
approved.
Trying to do something in my bathroom, man. Tell
Yo,
me, man.
for real though, like you smashing anywhere, but like in your bed, you're sliding all over the place. You're getting
100%.
uncomfortable. You're doing some crazy
I
shit.
mean,
so.
you can even get creative and put your foot on the wall. Like,
yeah. There's
You
a
got
lot.
a
There's a lot
doorway
you can
that
do.
you want to perch yourself in.
Yeah.
Like fucking Jet Li style. You
Sam
can do that.
Fisher that?
You can do that. Good luck, Sam Fisher.
Can
Yeah.
you use them in the
Straight
shower?
Splinter Cell.
I don't want to see that.
of all,
Nowadays.
Can you use them in the shower?
Oh, I'm sure.
In the shower, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
That'd
that's-
be-
That might be a
That's a
bonus.
great
In
question.
the shower.
In the pool.
yeah. That
Yeah,
grip.
that might be a bonus.
Hot tub.
Yo, I like
Anyway.
that idea you had those, but like, yo, no, baby, don't bend over. 1 second, I got you, and then you just climb.
Climb out.
That's the
You
Jean
inch your
Claude
way
Van
up the
Damme.
wall, so like they're
yeah.
they're catching the
Yeah,
wall. when
Looking
you're
like
going up.
Spider-Man.
All right, so
Word. It's
next
got
time
an
y'all thinking about
advanced
this,
polymer grip. So word. That'll definitely
Yeah.
climb
So-
the walls.
It'll stick.
when you
It'll
need
stick.
more gripping for the stiffen, go with clap
clap
cleats.
cleats.
Word. Clapcleats.com. Insensitive Insensitive is the promo code. 10% off. Don't
Promo
forget.
code.
Facts, big
You guys are
facts. Check
genius.
them out. All right, guys. So we're gonna get into some Hollywood news because we have a lot.
Hollywood?
Well, actually, we're gonna get into some regular stuff because there's some stuff in the world that has happened
Just
recently.
world going
News.
World news. Yeah. So Tesla recently announced that they are making humanoid robots,
I saw that.
I
which
did see
is
that.
wild.
Terminator?
To me. Yeah, which is wild to me, right? Because everything that you see with Elon Musk, he's saying how he's scared of AI and all of this shit, right? Like he's scared of AI,
We should be afraid.
and we should be afraid.
And he's out
However,
here making Terminators.
right?
Cool.
Yeah,
That's great. That's what
right.
I love to
and
hear.
these things look like literally like they look like the robots from what was that cartoon that we saw? It looks like the iRobot.
I was thinking
one.
It looks like
iRobot,
but
iRobot,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like iRobot, but it looks more like that Netflix cartoon. that we all liked about the family.
The family with the.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that one. Right. Yeah, Johnny will find it. Anyway, it looks exactly like those where it's just like this synthetic white humanoid body
had like-
with
Oh,
like
Mitchell's
a
and the
screen.
Machines?
There you go. Mitchell's and the
Yeah,
versus the
Mitchell's
Machines.
Versus the Machines.
Which is fire. If you haven't seen
Oh,
Mitchell's versus
great.
the Machines, is
That's
fire.
great.
Word.
But it looks a lot like those.
That's
where
true.
where it's
That's
like a
very
plain face and it's just gonna be like lit up and
And
shit.
it's a screen. That's what he said. The face is a screen. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's exactly like Mitchell's versus the Machines.
And Elon Musk actually said that they're going to start dealing with work that is boring, repetitive, and dangerous. And the first prototype of these should be coming out next year.
Wow.
So we are entering the end game.
So you're
Word.
saying RG&E is gonna hire them to climb the poles?
Right.
Do you
I
think they
guess.
could fight?
Imagine that, seeing a robot in your
If
backyard.
they make it affordable to where whatever their worker is, if the machine costs at a one-time cost to buy this that can produce that job,
Yeah.
paying you $100,000 a year to climb that pole X amount of times, paying that one time
Right.
is way more ideal to a company.
Oh yeah.
So
But can
Elon
it
Musk is
fight?
taking away jobs.
You're gonna fight them,
Basically.
Like chickens or
He
dogs?
said it.
I mean,
when he
can it
introduced
fight?
the
That's
shit.
a valid question.
When he introduced the shit, he did say like, eventually we're gonna need universal basic income. I'm totally in support of that because these robots are gonna replace your jobs.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. I don't want to work anyway.
So then why the
I don't want to fucking go to work. Have somebody do my motherfucking
Well, I mean, your job is more specialized. I think pretty much all of us here have jobs that are like specialized that can't
A robot can't.
necessarily.
where it needs
It needs some human interaction.
needs
but
a
when
human
it's that
touch. Human
repetitive
touch.
task
Yeah.
job, like
Yeah.
he's talking
Your
about,
factory
factory
workers.
jobs.
I mean, they're already
Cashiers or
doing
something
that.
like that.
you know, there's
Yeah.
burger flipper robots and shit that are out there that make burgers better than fucking humans can. There's shit like that. It's definitely
Those
it's
pizza
coming,
vending
man.
machines. You ever see the vending machines that make whole pizzas?
Yeah.
They're fucking crazy.
The robots will
Word.
probably give you an extra
Crazy.
sauce without an attitude.
True that.
I mean, but in all honesty, you'll probably be more forgiving of a robot that just so like, can I get an extra sauce? That would be 50 cents. All right, great.
Right.
You'll slide it instead of giving them attitude to
Right.
give you attitude.
Right.
Because we naturally do that shit.
The workers be acting like that 50 cent come out their check.
I
you
feel
mean
you though. I
50
feel you though.
Come on, man.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Unless you're at Chick-fil-A, then they got you.
Oh yeah, Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I need all the extra sauce.
You know, I barely ever go. I think I've probably been there like a handful of times.
I mean, it's all
It's
right,
been way
but
too
Popeyes
long.
got a better chicken sandwich. I said
Yeah, I
it.
fuck
yeah.
with Popeyes.
Yo, the KFC chicken sandwich was bomb too.
The only downside to
been good,
Popeyes is they're not. There's two downsides to Popeyes, right? One, they're not in they're not in every location, so you generally have to venture out
There's
to
not
go to a
enough of them
Popeyes.
in the Rock.
And two,
Or really
two.
anywhere.
yeah, I'm talking about anywhere because this is
Yeah.
not necessarily a Rochester thing, right?
No,
And
that's
the
true,
second
everywhere.
thing is it doesn't matter where. It could be in the middle of fucking nowhere, podunk, like you would assume there's not a minority in the world, but you are going to get the most ignorant employees.
Always.
And I said minorities, but it's not. They're not even always going to be a minority.
Nope.
They're just going to be the most ignorant fucking person at Popeyes,
Word.
guaranteed.
Yo,
Well, that's
can I
what-
can I get some hot sauce?
That's where
Yeah, they
Chick-fil-A
fucking throw
beats them.
that shit at you.
Have
They're
you
like-
been to Chick-fil-A? They're too nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Like,
very nice.
it's
Yeah.
like,
They gotta
wow.
say like my pleasure
Suspiciously
after
nice.
everything or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
Like,
It's
they're
because Jesus runs that place.
Exactly.
they're not open on Sundays.
I know.
They're not open on Sundays.
I know. Yeah, it's because Jesus runs that place, and you know,
Right.
Jesus allows and doesn't allow a lot of things. But nah, yeah. There's like, yeah, I went to KFC earlier today, right? And I was just like, all right, cool. Like for whatever reason, I saw a video. I was like, you know what? Let me grab quick 2-piece whatever combo. I go there, and it never ceases to amaze me when I go to KFC or any place like that, and they're just like, yeah, we don't have that chicken.
Yeah.
Like you gotta pick this other one like that you
Right.
didn't want.
Like
You're
what
right.
y'all sell here?
This is the only
like
one we have.
Chicken place?
It's like
have to get
Literally
it.
your only job.
it's like, yo, it's noon.
Yeah.
Like you sold out of original chicken at
At
before noon.
We're done making it for the day too. Like you have 9-10 more hours until
Right,
the
exactly.
store closes, and they're not gonna fry up some chicken in 20 fucking minutes. Jesus Christ!
Oh man, it was
Don't
the
get
worst
me
experience. And I was like, all right, and let me get a. All right, fine. You know, I'll go with the crunchy. Let me get a lemonade. Yeah, that we don't have any
got that
lemonade.
either.
What do you have? Let's start
Yeah,
there.
Let's start with what you have, and then I'll order my shit from there.
you
What
ever
do you
see the
guys
fa-
got? Since the menus is omitted.
Did you guys ever see the famous video on the Popeyes on Lake
Oh, I
Ave?
love it. I love it.
ran
That
out
shit
of
gotta
chicken.
have like
yeah.
30 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
That shit is
The funny,
the famous
best part.
Popeyes has run out of chicken video.
Oh yeah,
the
that was
best part-
here,
that
wasn't it?
yeah,
That was
yeah,
in
that was
Arkansas,
here.
yeah.
That was on Lake Ave.
It's the worst Popeyes ever.
So the best part about that is that everyone thinks that that one video that where it's like all these black folk, you know, just like, what? They ran out of chicken? Bah, bah, bah. You know, like it goes back and forth, and then
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
white guy's like, they ran out of chicken? That's fine. I'll go grab
Right.
some pizza. Everyone assumes that video is real, and it's not.
Yeah.
They made that after that news.
I literally thought that was legit, dude. I was like, my man's sensible. I don't know what to tell you. He's just gonna go get something else real quick.
They
Well,
had to
that's
insert
what it
that.
was. It was like in that. I mean, obviously, because if you're familiar with Rochester, if you live in Rochester, you know that Lake Ave is heavy minority populated area. So everyone that was on that in that news segment was a minority. So someone just added a
Right.
white man in a pickup truck, like, oh, they ran out of chicken. That's okay. I'll just grab
go
a
get
pizza.
pizza.
And everyone just assumed that was real.
Everybody else cursed them out.
That was the best video I've seen. In
that
a
was
long
good
time.
I
time.
know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
I'll put that in the show
Point
notes.
is that robots are going to be making your chicken soon.
Point, yeah, and that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
That is very unfortunate. That not only are they going to be making your chicken, but yeah, they're not going to give me an attitude when I ask for extra sauce.
Yep.
So
That's worth it for me. Yeah, I live for that attitude. That's worth it. Fuck your jobs.
oh man. All right. So another news. This has been real heavy in the news right now in social media. Really, I don't know if it's been heavy in the news, but OnlyFans. We talked about it a while ago that they have been trying to gain more sponsors, and all of their backers are backing out because they don't want to be associated with the with the stigma of, you know, that OnlyFans is essentially a porn site, right? Because they want to be more like Patreon in a sense. Now, so with that, OnlyFans came up with the great idea that next month they're going to be banning any kind of explicit material, not necessarily nude. They're going to allow people to have nude content where it's just like pictures, videos where the person is nude. However, any sexually explicit content is now going to be banned.
Meaning
Now-
like them having sex or something?
Having sex,
What about like a sex
vibrators,
toy?
whatever,
Oh,
like sex toys,
vibrators
all
and
of that,
dildos
all
are
of that,
gone
none of
too,
that.
dude?
That is the majority.
Damn.
That is the majority of their content.
Still nude photos or a video of you walking around being nude, those types of things are acceptable. But once it becomes
No,
sexual,
yeah.
like a
There's
vibrator,
no
fingering,
penetration, no
not
penetration.
or even beyond. I mean, before penetration, like I said, no vibrators, no fingering, no anything sexual in nature. It has to be
They lost me.
nude artistic.
They lost everyone. So here's the thing, right? It's like the thing. So I don't understand their thought process, right? And or I kind of can, where they feel like, hey, we have a really good thing going on, and we want to make more money. However, the thing that made you money and gave you notoriety, you are getting rid of,
Right.
right?
Right.
So
Like you've already committed.
You're not going to be Patreon. At this
you're
point.
not no Patreon is Patreon.
Exactly.
So you are not going to
You are
now all of a sudden
Yeah.
take over Patreon's clientele, you know,
Or
like
something
it's just
similar,
not
yeah.
happening because you already based your entire construct, like your business, around this thing. And now you're gonna get rid of that one thing that made you actually important.
Right.
All it's gonna do
They're
is
shooting themselves in the foot.
make somebody else create something.
That's
Yeah.
and it's
And then-
happened already. I can't
Right.
remember
Yeah.
the name, but yeah, somebody's built a competitor.
Already,
Or
yeah.
it's I think that it happened even before this whole thing happened because I did see an interview of it, like one of the like top number 1, number 5 creators on OnlyFans, and she was basically like, "Yo, this is not, you know, obviously at that level." Like she's basically a porn star, right? So she's got
She's
like
disconnected.
a crew.
She's disconnected
But
from
not-
the average OnlyFans.
But not even just like, definitely, yeah, absolutely for sure. But not even just like she's not like a straight porn star. Like she's like the porn production company, right?
Right.
So like
Right.
she employs like 5 people to help her make this content. And has like a whole like crew that and marketing and all the things that they do to continue, you know, driving memberships. Because it's basically like it's like any other gig job, right? It's like owning your own company.
You gotta make content. With
and you gotta
content, it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, you got to continue to do that. So yeah, it's some fuckery for people like that. And she has mentioned though, to circle back to what I was originally dropping in for, was that she's been hit up previously by these competitors, and has never taken them seriously because she didn't want to divert her audience to different locations. But now she's like, I think I'm gonna have to move to someone because like they're pulling up fucking. They've said 2 reasons why they're doing this. One, that it was hard for them to continue getting investors. You know, they've already hit an evaluation. And they're running out of money and people won't invest into them anymore. And 2, they said that they were running a risk of their payment processors cutting them off. But in that video, or in that interview rather, she called bullshit on that because she's like, the payment processor that they use is the same one that like Pornhub uses.
I was going to say, they sell exactly the same thing on Pornhub.
Yeah. And so, like, those people don't give a fuck and aren't getting pressured to get out of the quote-unquote porn business or sex work business.
You cannot you can't convince me that there is not some investor that does not give a fuck.
Right.
Sex sells.
Yeah.
Sex sells big time.
Yeah.
And
They're looking for, like, these big, you know, Sequoia
they're trying to
type
make $1 billion.
investors,
I
right?
saw
Oh, they're
Coca-Cola.
worth more right now. I think they're valued at like 2-point-something billion. But the problem is that like they haven't increased in value. They're stuck at that 2-point-something, and they're trying to like get more value so that they can get more people to invest. So that, you know, because in order to invest more, you have to raise the value of the company so that what you're investing is not a diluted share, right? Like you need to get it. You're trying to get money out, right? If you're investing in, you're trying to come up, not get like, you know, the before you, or excuse me, the guy before you or the group before you came in and you know, got like a bigger share just because they were earlier.
Better him than
Right.
me.
100%.
Oh man.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, glad you just
That's
shot
that
for
Henny, bro. That's that Henny.
No, that's
We're
not
halfway
Henny.
through
It's
it.
Insensitive juice.
That is that.
We're almost
That is
there,
that.
guys.
It's not Henny.
So, but
They gotta
yeah,
pay if
there's
we're gonna say Henny.
Word.
I don't know. I just feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot. The thing that made them actually become a company that's worth
Absolutely.
that much in the first place. Now they're going to get rid of that, and they're
Yeah.
going to be going against Patreon.
That's
who,
the most fucked up part about. That's like
Yeah.
Hogwarts. It's
They
like,
are
yo,
going to
magic,
disappear.
Magic in Hogwarts, we're done. No more of that comes October 2nd. I'm having
No
it.
more magic.
What
Yeah.
the fuck are we
gonna
gonna
lie,
do
I
here
was-
then?
I put on my Facebook. I was shocked at the reaction I saw from men, so excited that these women can't make their money no more. And I'm like, Why y'all hating on the
Oh,
ladies?
yeah. Mad haters, right?
Yeah, like let them make their money, man. Like
People just hate
You
on
make your
anybody
money?
that's making any kind of money.
you know
That's
what I mean?
true.
Ladies,
That's
make
true.
your money,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'll subscribe.
Get that bread. I won't subscribe, but I support you in what you're doing on there. That's for damn sure. You get
Do
that
what
bread.
makes you happy.
You're not gonna get my bread, but hope you get bread.
You'll
in
get my bread.
general.
You'll,
I'm happy
if you
about
look good, you'll get my bread.
get it.
I'm happy about your bread.
I'm
but
gonna use
I
this
will-
login though. I'm not.
Cheers to Macho. Supporting the ladies.
Yeah,
Yeah, support the
cheers
ladies,
to
My
that.
man.
There's a lot of ladies that watch Insensitive.
Yo,
I'll be reading the
don't. Let's not forget. Let's be. Not that any of us subscribe to any really, except for Macho on the OnlyFans. But
I'll subscribe.
let's. We keep talking about the ladies. Don't forget about the guys, right? Remember, I shared the
There
link,
is-
and it was totally a dude
yeah.
OnlyFans that popped up on the social pic. I was like, whoa, that was not the photo I expected to pop up when I shared that story.
Hey, man, get your money.
But
Hey,
word,
man, yeah,
anybody,
people-
you a sex worker, get that bread.
I'm not subscribing to the dudes.
Dude, there's a lot of porn stars.
If you have an
didn't mean to
OnlyFans
imply
and
that.
you're providing anything except nudity, I might subscribe. I got other people. There's people that do other things on OnlyFans. But
Nice. That was effort on that reach too.
I've never touched that board in my life, dog. I had to reach out. I was
time.
compelled to get that.
Clearance.
He was just.
I knew what he was
Oh
doing.
man.
I said, forget about it, cuz.
it's good
No,
stuff.
but nah, get your money however you feel. I'm just saying they're shooting themselves in the foot. The shit that
100%.
made you, the shit that made you the
Absolutely.
company that you are right now, you are getting rid of that. And I'm sorry, but there's like if it came down to a point where, let's say, Insensitive Culture decided to put out content to come closer to our fans, I'm going to go to
choosing
Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not going
Patreon
to turn
member
to
for some shit.
OnlyFans.
Yo,
I'm not
if
going
there was an
OnlyFans.
insensitive culture OnlyFans, like I don't even know what people would be expecting, dude. Just like
We'd be taking we'd be taking the content from whatever Jerry subscribes to and reposting it.
reposting that shit.
I mean,
It'd
to
be
be
Dave running around in some clapping cheeks.
Pouring my milk before my cereal naked.
and clap
That's the
cleats.
insensitive culture OnlyFans.
Yeah,
But do you
And
see how
nothing
we-
but clap cleats?
How, Do you see how Dave said that if there was an insensitive culture, OnlyFans, he don't know how people would react to it. I
Yeah.
think that's what OnlyFans is trying to take away. Is that
Agreed.
They are.
you know
the
what I mean?
stigma
It's gonna
that's-
take a
that's-
long
that's
time.
tied to it.
only nudity
good
or
call.
stuff like that.
But that is my point: is they've built everything
like,
around
you've
this. So
already committed
OnlyFans,
to it.
I mean,
yeah,
they might come out on
OnlyFans-
top after this. Honestly, it's
hope
possible.
they
Like
don't.
what,
So?
what
I
Macho's
hope they
saying
don't.
is, that's what they're known for, right? If they kill it, starting, I think it's like at the end of September or some shit, they kill it. In a year from now, because they do have already people that are non-nude,
That use it for-
just
A lot
regular
of
that use it.
a lot of celebrities use
celebrities, YouTube stars, influencers, and so they
Vicky
do
Aisha's
have
good.
a group.
Nah, she's not getting those clips. That sucks, dude. That sucks.
So it's possible that 2-3 years from now they end up coming out on top, and people do forget that OnlyFans, or they just always be like, remember when OnlyFans used to be a porn site?
Yeah.
Now I like
That's
I'm
what it's gonna
subscribed
be
to
like,
Joe
dude.
Rogan on OnlyFans or some bullshit.
Right.
and that's all it takes is for somebody like that with a platform like that, as a Joe
Celebrities, yeah.
Rogan or somebody, a Joe
Maybe
Budden or
insensitive
somebody.
culture.
to-
Maybe we take OnlyFans over by
Hey.
storm.
Hey man, they want to pay for it. They
Word.
want to pay us to do that. Yo,
I got content
you
for
know
those
what?
guys.
You got to get fully nude though.
We got tons of Chica photos. You want photos of Chica? You
in
get all the
particular.
Chica photos on
Yo, first
Chica
of all,
and
We're gonna get
Cliff.
Chica naked. We're gonna get Chica and Cliff naked. They're gonna be getting wild out here.
First of all, I'm not
like
doing that. Second of all, I don't think anybody's gonna pay for that. So
I would pay a nominal fee to watch that. I would not. Nothing crazy.
he had to throw in the nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. What's it gonna for like $25? I'm not paying any more than that.
Oh
I thought you were
man,
gonna pay the
You
Planet
spent more
Fitness,
for less.
$10.
Hell nah. The $80? Fuck
You're gonna give him the old Talladega Nights, the Mike Concho full spread.
Pull my butt apart and everything.
That's a pause. That's a pause.
Pause, yeah. We don't got to pause.
Yeah, we gotta hit him.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's a pause.
No, it's
gotta
a
let it
reference.
get away.
It is a reference from a movie. That's why he
Yeah, I know.
understood it, but nobody else did. The Mike Concho. Oh man,
It's my favorite line in that movie.
it's the
Honestly.
best. It's the best. Yeah. Strip my butt cheeks apart and everything.
Butt cheeks apart and everything.
Oh,
All
show
right,
title.
so in other news, yo, so
My butt cheeks apart.
Well, butt cheeks
Clap
apart
cleats
and
would like
everything.
that. I don't think they would be stoked on that. Actually, maybe that fits, dude. Maybe they rock with that.
oh man,
The cleat fits.
If you got the
the
cleats
cleat
on.
fits. Yeah, that's right. So in more recent news, R. Kelly is in the news again.
That's a crazy
Oh,
transition. That is a crazy transition.
Speaking about butt
is it-
cheeks,
Speaking of clap cleats, R. Kelly's in the news again.
Well, his trial is opening up.
His trial's opening up. Speaking of clap cleats, his trial's opening up.
That is a crazy transition.
It's wild with the transition.
He planned
Just
that.
kidding.
He
This is
planned
what we
that.
have.
He
This is what
planned
we
that.
have. This is what we have right now. This
word.
is real life. This is real life. Okay. Oh man. So, but his trial is now coming to light, and this time around, they've been taking out the description of his illegal marriage to Aaliyah. So now people are really coming out, to hear what was going on with this whole thing. You weren't aware of that, Johnny? You look like taken back by that.
no, I
was
haven't
too.
heard anything about this trial. I just knew that he was starting the trial, but I haven't heard any
Well,
details yet.
I mean, I just remember the story from back in the day.
oh
that
yeah, I
when
knew
he
that.
brought her out as
But
an
I didn't know
artist,
what
yeah.
you just said that they're taking that
Yeah,
out.
so
They're bringing
So
that
yeah,
out.
a lot of things are being resurfaced now in regards to his trial, and right now it's at Aaliyah, that marriage that he had with Aaliyah, and apparently what came forward was he initially got her pregnant, and because I believe she was 15 at the time, he arranged a fake marriage so that it seemed like this was consent. Like, I mean, it was consensual because he got her, but he was 27 at the time. She was 15.
So is it like a manipulation type thing?
So it was a thing where he got her pregnant, and before that hit the news, he arranged this whole illegal marriage, like a fake marriage with her. And that was the reason why he ended up marrying her. Was because he got her pregnant, and he knew that if she
She ain't had no baby
came
from him,
forward,
did she?
she didn't end up having it.
Okay.
But because of that, I don't know if she lost it. It was a miscarriage or something. But the fact that she was pregnant and he was,
So how they arrange a fake marriage? How they do that? Wasn't how she wasn't old enough?
I mean, So I mean, you could arrange a fake marriage by just saying, "Hey."
So they
you
were
say
never
the
married?
words. They were never actually married, I don't think. But this was in '94.
Holy shit! Yeah, you
So,
can pull a lot
yeah.
of shit off in '94.
Oh, but look, it says here.
Oh no, he bribed
the Chicago official
to give the underage singer a fake ID so the two could wed.
Damn.
she could
so
avoid
they
ever
did
having
get
to
married.
testify against him.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Fake
so they did get
ID.
married.
With a fake ID.
So it's an
So he
illegal
made that
marriage.
happen.
It was
Yeah.
like liar marriage.
Yep. If she was pregnant, that meant that there would be questions at the very top of the list of questions. Who is the father of the baby? Which would then come to light that he was the father of that baby. So
Okay.
yeah, man. So this is the current case in his in his multiple number of fucking predator sex assault cases that he's had. If you aren't aware, I would look into that, because people would say that he had, like, in his studio, he had like cots everywhere for these girls to like just sleep in. Yeah, like it was crazy. Like he kept
What a weirdo.
young sex slaves. It's crazy.
Like some Epstein shit.
Mm-hmm.
Except he wasn't
Yeah.
sharing.
You guys think he get off like
Right.
Bill Cosby got off?
I mean, in all reality, like this right here,
I think they got
Cosby got
evidence
a
on him.
technicality.
Yeah.
Cosby had a technicality.
Kelly is
but
gone.
with this, yes, because it wasn't too far from the time frame that he got caught.
Right.
So the people who were alleging what he's doing, but like this Aaliyah case, it's probably like he won't be charged for this particular case, but it's more so that it's
like
building the it's supporting the case that he's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
And that is just one of the instances that point him, to being guilty.
If the allegations are true, put him away, man.
Hey man, he's
put him away.
Okay.
I mean, the sex video that he had back in the day, like it came to light that girl was like 16 because the girl who was in the video was the niece of a star of an artist that he had on his label, and when she saw that, she was like flipping out and started telling everything.
The pee-pee tape,
because she was pissed off about it. Yeah, the piss tape. That came out. Everybody was joking about it, and then it turned out that girl that he was pissing on was 16.
I think the Russians have a P tape on Trump.
Probably.
That's what
I'm sure.
they say.
I'm sure.
I wouldn't deny.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't. No.
I think so.
No,
I think
it wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me at
from
all.
R. Kelly back in the day.
I mean, I'm sure R. Kelly probably learned from Trump because he's been doing it for a long time.
If
But
that leaked, would y'all watch it?
The Trump one?
The Trump P tape.
I'd watch it.
You gotta watch it. You gotta fucking watch it, right?
I'd watch the edited version.
No, you would watch it.
I
You
don't
would
want to
watch
see the
it.
pee
gotta
slap
hit him
her
with-
face.
You would watch it. Hit it again. Hit it again. I didn't hear it. There we go.
Yeah.
for not
No,
for
it's
not watching it.
It's not. Yes, for not watching. You would have to watch it.
Yeah.
You have
I
to.
don't want to see
Everyone,
Trump dick.
everyone would watch it. No,
First of all,
doesn't matter.
see any peeing.
It's small and shriveled. Like you know what the fuck it looks like, dude.
I
It
don't
doesn't
know. I
fucking
don't,
matter.
and I don't think about it.
You do. We all know.
nah.
We all know.
So
I mean, Stormy Daniels.
bigger-
That's what she said.
That's what I'm saying.
the bigger case here is that apparently this tape has like 15 or 16-year-old in it. So I'm
Yeah,
good
that's
with
not
that. I'm
Yeah.
good with that.
Wait, the
I
Trump
don't
tape?
wanna-
The Trump tape?
Is that,
Is
is,
that-
that, is
what?
that the Trump tape? Like, or are you just saying somebody that
That's just
pissed
a
on
Russian
it?
chick. I just thought it was a Russian chick he
okay.
was being on.
He's probably pissing on his daughter. Who knows?
Since we were talking,
Oh, okay. It's good. I don't know if I want to watch it now. Now that changes it. Now that makes it weird.
Now maybe
we're
I
just
will
talking
see
about.
You've piqued Johnny's interest now.
All
right.
I didn't mention Ivanka. That's
All
it.
right.
Yeah, slightest. Never mind.
Oh man, you guys are wild. All right, so now, we're actually moving on to Hollywood news. So
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
So it recently came out that Daniel Craig made a shit ton of money off of those the Knives
Knives
Out
Out?
series,
Oh,
right? Over
yeah.
100 million or something.
100 million.
Yeah, so it's crazy though. So I heard about that. I'm like, these people, they make crazy deals all the time. Daniel Craig is a big name.
Is that a pre-COVID deal? Do we know?
I don't think so because the Knives Out
But it's
sequels,
a Netflix deal, so it could be.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter whether it's before or after if
that's
it's
fair.
a Netflix deal. But either way, he said that he plans to either spend that $160 million fortune because he feels like an inheritance is distasteful. So I wanted to ask you guys, like, if you accumulated millions of dollars, right? Would you
Bro, I want my
Give
family
that to my
I want
family?
my family to be straight.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? You're going to squander your shit before you die so they're struggling?
yeah,
Like,
Don't
I
you
know.
think?
Hey,
that
I
it
built
depends
What a dick
a lot of
move.
people
on
did
your
that.
relationship with your family?
I mean,
It does depend
assuming,
on that,
like,
too.
I'm
Yeah, but
assuming
some
I'm
of your
me,
kids.
and I have a good relationship
Yeah,
with my fam. Like,
I'm gonna leave something, but I'm spending a lot of it.
Oh yeah,
no, I'm gonna
sure.
ball out. Like, I'm not gonna go without, but like, I'm not gonna leave them. Like, oh yeah, do
But
your
to
own
say,
thing. Like,
but to
some
say
fucking-
that an inheritance is distasteful.
That statement is
that's
distasteful.
some rich
It's
people
so
shit, dude.
stupid.
That's
I
what
saw
rich
something.
people
I don't know how
say.
true
Yeah.
it is. You guys might know more than me. I saw something like Jackie Chan said that he's not leaving his kids no money or something like that.
Yeah.
because he wants them to earn it.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Everybody has different.
people. I mean, all right. So there's I understand that, right? I understand that, and there is a way of doing that to where, like, hey, I have all of this money, and my kids are now at a certain age where they have access to everything that is involved with my name, right? That I have built. You have access to that. If you need funding for that, I got you. You have the name to back it up, whatever, right? So if you cannot build anything off of that and accumulate your own wealth, then that is on you, right? So I think that a lot of them come from that mindset. But for real though, like, I don't know, because like, right, like if we turn this into $1 million podcast, right? Or when we turn this into $1 million podcast,
There you
if
go.
I am the first one, $1 billion podcast. If I am the first one to do that in my family, right? For me to say, well, the rest of my family, like, fuck them, they have to fend for themselves. It's probably not the way that most people go at it when you are the first one to do it, even first or second to do it. But I think to have that mindset, you have to have already been like in some sort of wealth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wealth has to run in your family for you to have that thought of, hey, I built this, you're on your own.
So where I'm at is my pursuit of wealth is to have the ability to that my kids don't have to work.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's part of the wealth.
It's
That's
like-
why you want it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I want that wealth so that me and mine are like on it.
Straight.
I still want my kids to work,
Yeah,
but I
like-
want them to have the freedom of choosing what they want to do. I
Yeah,
don't want
right.
them to have to have to waste their fucking time doing like this little bullshit here, this little bullshit there, with the thought of maybe I could be that one to change my family, right? So like if I change my family's like the lineage, I want my kids to be able to do whatever the fuck they want.
And honestly, like if you get wealth can be taught. Like
Right.
if you got it, there's nothing hard about teaching your kids how to get it.
Right. I would
'Cause,
much
like-
rather have that wealth and try to teach my kids what hard work is while having money, knowing that you could use this money to your advantage and knowing that it is a privilege and a plus to have this, but you still have to work hard to build something. I would rather give them that rather than say, hey, you know what? No, you can't have any of it. You got to start from the mud just like I did. That's
So
bullshit.
You got their
that's
back,
bullshit.
but you're not gonna like Aunt Becky their way into college.
No,
like
I'm
Lori
not gonna go
Loughlin.
out. No, I'm not
Okay.
gonna go out and
That's
be like,
fair.
yo, I'm gonna
That's
pay.
fair.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna pay. Well, my kids have to go to the most prestigious school because I would absolutely look at my son or daughters and say like, well, if you really wanted to go to that school, you really should have gotten the grades that
Right.
would have gotten you into that school.
And this was only USC, right? With like
Yeah,
Lori
for-
Loughlin.
we're-
It wasn't
we're-
anything. It wasn't
Yeah.
like fucking Berkeley or
Right.
fucking anything crazy.
Now,
those type
I'm
of people
wondering
like-
if the Jackie Chan shit is because it is true, the Jackie Chan shit, and I'm wondering if it's because he has a bad relationship with his kid, because he also said
Very well could be. Yeah.
he he regrets not enrolling him in the army, which is
Damn.
some like
It could be a cultural
fucker
thing
all-
too. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
It
I mean,
is,
you know,
right?
every culture is
They're-
different.
You know, he's Chinese, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, that's
he
a
is.
typical thing to, enroll in
hard
the
on
army
your kids.
when you get of age. And so, I'm wondering if he's like, I'm going to leave all my money to charity. But at the same time, like, this kid is already in his 30s. He should have done something by now, right? Like, it's not, he's not saying,
I'm almost 30.
but I'm
We're
saying,
talking about
like,
Jackie Chan's
son, right? I'm not saying every 30-year-old and above should have done something. I'm saying
even Chet
you have
Hanks
I was
access
gonna say,
to all
if he's
that
doing better than
bread.
Chet Hanks, if we
Right.
don't know his name,
Like,
he's not
you-
doing a Jamaican accent
You
somewhere,
should be
he's
doing
doing okay.
something by now.
You guys got something that gets.
So if he's just like fucking partying and bullshitting and trying to live off that inheritance and not trying to
Call of
start
Duty
his
shit.
own.
True.
I mean, if
Chet
he's playing
Hanks.
Call of Duty, that's fine. If he's like on a fucking team and they're like competing and shit. But if he's just sitting at home playing Call of Duty by himself, like on mission mode, nah, fuck that,
Nah,
bro.
man.
Like,
Oh, he's playing the
Loss
single-
after
single
loss
player?
after loss.
So he was online and make a difference.
He said specifically
Well, I
on
mean,
mission
if
mode.
playing
He
all
was
day
playing
and
the
still
solo
bad.
campaign.
I mean, if he was
he's not even trying to be good at this game.
I get what you're saying. He could at least be streaming. You know,
playing the
be good,
campaign
try
on
to make
regular.
some money.
At least
Yeah,
do
I get it.
something. But if he's just like living off of
Campaign
this
on
bread, nah,
cinematic.
hell no, you ain't getting none of this inheritance.
Give me that.
True.
Yeah.
I feel you on
I
that.
get that.
So
I
I
get
guess
that.
I guess your question depends on. I mean, it's
On the
situation.
situation,
on the
Yeah.
situation,
like
you know,
family
the
situation.
age and relationship and things like that. If you
Yeah.
have a 40-year-old son
I
that's
know,
just
But
sitting at
still, I
home,
would
I
probably
know-
leave him like a
Shit.
good $5 million, you know.
Like Dale and Brennan,
Bendito, like,
Dale
I don't
and
know.
Brennan from Step Brothers were your kids. Would you leave them your fucking inheritance, dude? Like that's a legit question. Like
is.
those dudes are fucking lazy.
They were
ass
40 though.
motherfuckers. They were
Yeah,
so
they were like
bad. That's
40.
what I'm saying. Like if those
Yeah,
are your
same
kids, dude,
shit.
you leave like, oh, here you go.
You're
Don't
not
worry about
dying
shit.
till you. Your kids are gonna be over 40 till you die. By the time you pass, more than likely.
I mean,
God-
if,
God
if,
willing,
like
right?
in the case of like if it was Daryl Brennan, like in that situation, I probably would still leave him something. I would
Something.
not give them my entire fortune.
No,
Agreed.
no.
Agreed. Yeah.
No.
That's what I said.
I
I'll
would
drop
still
him a
leave him
little $5
something.
I'll
million.
drop kick that motherfucker.
Here's a couple gift cards.
You say that. anybody that really says that though is not an actual parent and doesn't have like a child in the world that you are raising. You know what I mean? So
I mean,
it's like
Jackie
When we
Chan
talk
got a
about
kid.
children's stuff, I just all I have is Cliff. I think of Cliff. I was like, I would not want to leave Cliff without anything in this world. If-
right. So
if I
so
were to
leave Cliff an
so-
inheritance?
Right, absolutely.
put it this way.
Oh,
Put it this way.
Cliffy.
Would it sway you if Cliff like bit somebody? And
Nah.
he's looked at like
Nah,
a mean.
that's
Right, it
still-
wouldn't,
nah.
right?
Nah.
Exactly. Same type of difference.
No, no,
He's
she got
known-
your mom. Like
He's
2
known
weeks
as the
ago.
mean dog in the neighborhood.
He wouldn't do that. Everyone loves him, but yes,
understand.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I still would leave us so much. My
exactly.
little dude right there.
She got bit your
Exactly.
mom 2 weeks ago, so
She did. Yeah, she did. She bit my mom. Yeah. She was snipping like she was like I kept telling the kids like, yo, don't touch the dog.
I don't know. Chica
And my kids are
gets
just
down
like,
that. I know Chica gets
they're
down
like,
like
yo. She would warn him like, "Arr." I was
that.
like,
Showing
yo,
her little teeth. Her little-
Right,
You're about to
right.
learn a lesson.
you're about to learn. Yeah, not all dogs want to be touched.
Not all dogs want to go to heaven.
You've been
Damn,
told
bro.
not to touch your dog.
That's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't get me
fuck
started.
is wrong
Don't
with
get me
you, Dave?
started on dogs dying. I'm so
I
sad.
think Chica's going to heaven, bro.
Chica's
Word,
definitely
bro.
going to heaven.
don't be
Damn,
pressing
bro.
my dog,
I
bro.
know.
Pressing my dog.
You took a nice
problem.
joke into
Nah,
some
I
serious shit,
I
bro.
let
That's
Chica's,
not.
Chica's
What
adorable.
the fuck is wrong
Yeah,
with you,
you
bro?
made
It's too far. It's too
That's
far.
too far.
It's too far. Oh, it's not even on there no more.
It's not even
What,
about
what
it,
were you
cuz.
looking for?
You don't want to know. You don't want to
Forget
know.
about it, cuz.
That wasn't
So
it.
all right, so a lot of things have been coming out with Marvel as of late, and
You don't
we
say.
are, yeah, so one of the things that we knew kind of where the MCU Phase 4 has been like kind of going towards has been kind of confirmed. Where Marvel is trying to get to a Secret Wars movie, where and that involves a lot of its characters. And we know the first 10 years was the Infinity Saga, and it's always leading up to a very big event. So I keep hearing, I heard the rumors for a while now that everything is kind of leading towards Secret Wars, and that would involve, Fantastic Four, the mutants, like everything is like moving
Word.
towards that. But there was a confirmation of sorts that this is in fact moving towards that. So I thought that was pretty exciting. A lot of people are very excited about Secret Wars being I guess it's one of the biggest comic book series in a long time. So
What was the
yeah,
confirmation?
so we
I
are.
have my Secret Wars at home.
Do you?
Yep. Oh,
So
yeah.
fill us in. What is the story arc of Secret Wars? Because we're
So-
not all comic book.
I don't remember the
Nerds.
name of the guy, but he teleports all of Earth's greatest heroes, along with other planets' greatest heroes, to a certain location for a battleground.
Okay.
And tons of events transpire. everyone goes back, but all of the repercussions of the Secret War ripple through their own stories. So, for example, Spider-Man, that's where he found Black Suit and came back and brought the symbiote back, broke off, and then the symbiote found Eddie Brock. So that's an example of the results of the Secret War.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was also recently, like in 2011, a series called Deadpool's Secret Wars came out, which was basically Deadpool's rendition of the Secret Wars. And that's immediately where my mind went to, because it was like, I saw Deadpool the past 2 days, and I'm like, man, Deadpool and Spider-Man really need to meet.
And with that commercial that came out about a month ago, right, where it confirmed that Deadpool is now in the MCU. That commercial for Nice Guy, where he was sitting next to Korg, and they were going back and forth bantering about that movie Nice Guy with Ryan Reynolds.
I did not see that.
Yeah, so there's a commercial. Oh yeah. What is it? Free Guy. Yes. My bad. So yeah, they were giving like a review of Free Guy, and it was Deadpool with Korg going back and forth on a couch. And that essentially was the first confirmation that Deadpool is now in the MCU.
Nice.
So there's a lot to come from that.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even know that.
So the confirmation of sorts was during a panel at one of the Comic-Cons here. I believe it's in Florida, at MegaCon in Orlando, Florida, where the editor-in-chief, or the former Marvel editor-in-chief, Jim Shooter, was a part of that panel. And apparently he gave the news that he was approached by Marvel to do a novel based on Secret Wars, and that he is writing like a storyline for this. And they asked, like, does this mean like you're making a movie, right? And then that's when he responded with, what? I'm not allowed to tell you that. And people are just like, I just think you did. Yeah. And he's like, you know what I mean? So
he said nothing.
He basically confirmed that he is.
His non-confirmation was a confirmation.
Right. Exactly. It's like they keep saying with like this Spider-Man stuff, right? It's like the fact that certain people would just flat out say no, right? So with like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, like their attachment to it, they flat out said no. And then you'll have somebody like, you know, who's the Goblin, the original William Dafoe, where it wasn't exactly a no, but it wasn't exactly a yes.
And then you have Alfred Molina.
And then you have Alfred Molina.
I was fucking in that movie filming this scene where I said this. He like, fucking laid out his dialogue, dude.
I jerked off with one of the tentacles. It was great. You know, like where they just give you everything. But
people
no,
were pissed
I mean,
about that, too.
So
like, that was a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, and even talking about that, we just got the trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home.
I lost my shit last night.
Oh my god! So speaking about Spider-Man, they actually released the trailer last night. Since we are recording this on Tuesday, it dropped Monday night, and let me tell you, it was wild because we were just the night before or the day before we were talking about the video leaking, and we were thinking like, yo, who's gonna watch it? Like, do we want to watch it? I personally did not watch it because I was waiting for it, but I knew that they were going to drop the trailer because of the leak. I highly doubt that it was planned that it was going to release today for all of you folks that are saying like, hey, it was on the calendar of WandaVision and blah, blah, blah. But either way,
this day was marked on the calendar of WandaVision.
Yeah, you know, the heart.
Get the fuck out of here.
The heart.
Bro.
Yeah, the heart.
That's not a coincidence. That can't be a coincidence.
August 23rd. August 23rd
That's
was marked.
Wild.
That's
wild.
It's wild, but at the same time, the fact that it leaks and then now it leaked literally the day before, and then they just drop it, and then
unless it was a
leak or
planned
did it
leak,
leak?
right?
Did it leak?
yeah, very well,
right.
yeah, very well could. Because Johnny, you've seen it, right? What were
Well,
the major
apparently I
differences
didn't.
in
No,
that?
no, I didn't see it. I think what the thing that
Yeah,
I
no,
saw
it
was like a fan made bullshit.
That was not the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
didn't end the same way as this one did.
Well,
so.
because there was the one that was missing the CGI that a lot of people were saying.
It had close-ups of all those people that I was like, I didn't see that in the trailer.
Yeah.
It was like Andrew.
But the one that you're saying that had like the CGI and shit, like if it had missing CGI, then someone must have filmed that shit like a long time ago, and then
Could've been,
leaked
yeah.
it the day before, which again makes
my
me
thought on
feel
that-
like a planned leak.
Yeah. My thought, the only reason
hype.
why I was subscribing that it's not is because we see trailers all the time and we generally tag each other, and it's like early in the day, like in the morning, they
Right.
release it. We're excited about it all day. This was like 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it wasn't like it was something that was all day. It was just like 9
I see
p.m.
what you're
on
saying.
our side. It drops like randomly, and we're all like, yo, it dropped, blah, blah, blah. So either way, that's the reason why I thought that it wasn't like so much of a planned leak. If it would have dropped earlier in the day, then I would have been like, yo, oh, okay, yeah, they really planned for that. And I didn't watch that trailer, so I don't know what the comparisons are, if it even had anything to do with that one. So it could have just been some bullshit ass scenes or whatnot. But
Yeah.
either way, we got the trailer, and I'm extremely excited about Spider-Man, and that's dropping in December. So we have a
Christmas.
long way.
Yeah, Christmas.
Christmas Day.
We have a long way.
It's not that long. We've been waiting fucking forever, dude. We'll be
I mean,
good.
it's gonna
We
feel
have,
like it's
yeah.
a long
It's
fucking
not
way.
a long way,
It's
honestly.
not a long way.
Time's
No,
gonna
but,
fly.
I mean, but we
It's
are.
almost
That's
September already.
Yeah.
It's wild.
that's what we kept thinking about. Is like, why haven't we gotten a trailer? This is dropping in like a few months or whatever. And whatever, the trailer got here, and we're seeing a lot of. I've seen the breakdown video that showed a lot of the stuff that like little Easter eggs and whatnot, and they've already people have already confirmed, like, obviously Green Goblin
Yep. Green Goblin.
is going to be coming back, William Dafoe. Doc Ock, those are the two obvious, right? They made those obvious with the pumpkin bomb and the laugh, so you know exactly who that was. Alfred Molina came out with his Doc Ock suit, and then
Hello, Peter.
the ones, that said hello, Peter. Now the ones that weren't as obvious is the lizard. He was a little bit more obvious, where it looked like he was like entrapped somewhere, which is crazy. Electro, we knew was confirmed. Jamie Foxx is confirmed to be a part of that very early on, but all they showed in the trailer was like little electro shocks and whatever, like little lightning bolts. And
I saw some hints of Sandman too.
Yep, and Sandman. That was the one I was looking for. So there's a lot of people already confirmed, and there's already everybody's going back and forth on. Oh well, is Andrew Garfield attached? Is Tobey Maguire? Those are.
I wasn't even like, and I'm still not 100% sold on the Sandman thing. I mean, I've seen the clips
It's just
that
like
they.
formed
I'm
or whatever. It
wondering,
looked like smoke.
like for me, like when I first saw it, I definitely didn't see Sandman, because to me it felt like it was the static electricity that builds up in a storm, and it felt like those were just storm clouds. I did see one shot that made it seem like it might be the form of a person, but I don't know if that's just like a still, and that one is it. But yeah, continue.
Well, this is a teaser trailer, right? And we got a lot with a teaser trailer,
Right.
in my opinion. And my whole thought on that was, it seems like Doctor Strange is acting odd.
Absolutely.
In that.
Yeah.
And I feel like he is not necessarily going to be like a villain or a big bad in this, but he's definitely not going to be what we assumed he would be, which was in the past Spider-Man movies, or at least the ones associated with the MCU. The first one, Spider-Man had Tony Stark as his mentor. Second one, because Tony had passed, he had Happy as, you know, as his mentor, kind of like leading him around.
And
you know,
Mysterio.
and actually, yeah, and Mysterio. And then this third one, everyone was already saying, hey, Doctor Strange is attached, so Doctor Strange is going to be more of that mentor. Now I'm thinking like Doctor Strange is actually up to something, and it may be going against Peter's good nature. So Peter's not fully on board with what's going on, and they end up combating each other for something, right? So now the all of these villains that are coming out are from, you know, are coming from that scene when so the whole thing within the trailer, and obviously it's out there, so it's not necessarily a spoiler because it's a trailer, but that scene where they are in the room and Peter asks him like, hey, I wish everyone would forget that I am Spider-Man,
Right.
that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And so one of the breakdowns that I saw was that the rings that he came up with when he was doing that incantation that Wong told him not to do,
Yeah.
and he did anyway, that those rings represents different universes, or major universes. Obviously, now with Loki, we see that there are different multiverses and whatnot, but I guess there were possibly like certain universes that that shouldn't have crossed. Maybe Spider-Man universe, that, you know, and so there were 4 rings, and as he was talking, they started to wobble. And he's saying, hey, don't mess with that. Don't, like, stop talking. Stop messing with that. And then they all started to intertwine. And then that's what went, every time that they touched, brought somebody else into their universe. So this is what the breakdown was saying. Obviously, we don't know anything that has to do with that, but it all kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But to me, it feels like, one, a lot of the scenes, like the one where Alfred Molina that Macho brought up, saying like, "Hey, Peter," seems kind of odd.
Peter.
Hello, Peter. Seems kind of odd because he's from a different universe and he knows Peter to be someone completely different. In the scene that we saw, Peter was
Still,
Tom Holland, like.
but I think in the movie it's gonna be Tobey Maguire.
Well, Johnny brought up a good point where most likely in that scene it could have been that Peter was in full suit, which he wouldn't know that it's a different Peter.
Yeah,
it would just be, hey, that's Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So
if those
it could very well be that
shots are even part of the same scene, they could be out of order, right? It could be that he suited up first when he saw the first claw come out. Then he did the suit up where he covered his face. And then when Alfred Molina came out, then he says, hello, Peter. Because he just assumes you're fucking Spider-Man. You must be Peter. The last time I remember seeing you, you were Peter Parker.
Right. So yeah, there's a lot to go off of that, and there are certain scenes where it seems like either Doctor Strange was fighting Spider-Man, or
definitely in that scene where he does the astral projection push on him.
Oh well,
he looks. His face is grimacing.
Looks
like
menacing. Yeah, it looks menacing. Yeah.
Like he's like angry.
Yeah,
and pushes him, and that has some implications. I don't know. And you mentioned that he was. I didn't even notice he was holding a box, and apparently that box has some significant
symbols that are.
Yeah.
Well, the box just had some symbols that are associated with the magic, and we know Doctor Strange is always putting up incantations, and they generally have these symbols.
Yeah.
So the biggest assumption is that container is Spider-Man is holding onto that container because that is a way that they could harness these bad guys that are coming from a different dimension so that they can get them back to where they have to go. And Spider-Man is possibly trying to right what has been going on, whereas Doctor Strange has a different he has a different agenda that is causing him to say, "Hey, Peter, now you're stepping in you're in my way. So now we have this is a thing." So also that black suit apparently has something to do with Doctor Strange too. So I can't wait to see all of this.
On it or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the assumption with that is that is what is allowing him to. It was previously given to him by Strange at some point, but that is allowing him to jump through the multiverse to correct the wrongs. So these are the assumptions that go on. But we don't know because all we have is this trailer,
Right.
And a lot of the scenes, like you mentioned, like characters could have easily been taken out, and then they just weren't attached to that scene, and we just don't know. And I'm okay. I'm hoping that we get one more trailer, and they do what they're doing with the Eternals.
They will.
Where we have that we had that teaser trailer that was just like, yo, what the fuck? And then the second one was just like, oh, okay, like I'm all on board. With this one, we got a whole lot, but I wish we get a little bit more in one more trailer, and then they dead it.
Yeah.
Because
I feel this teaser was supposed to come out. Honestly, I'm with you. I think they rushed it out. I think it was supposed to come out with the Shang-Chi movie, which is coming out in only like 2 weeks, right? Or a week.
Yep.
Not even September 3rd.
It could have been. It could have been the end credit scene or something where, or during the,
or just the trailer to the movie.
Yep.
It could have come out right at that time. They've done that before. They released like a huge trailer before another MCU movie. That's probably what was supposed to happen. And my gut, now that while we were talking, I saw the quote unquote leaked video that came out.
Yeah.
And it was as I had heard previously described. It was a phone recording of another phone playing the video of another recording. It was like 3 layers deep, right? It was a phone recorded a video, and then someone else recorded that person's phone playing the video.
Ah, okay.
And so it feels to me like the player that they're playing that video in is possibly from one of these internal movie theater systems. So it's like someone had access to it because this is going to be playing on this day. And they were like, oh shit. And they were like, fuck the fucking NDA. I'm going to record this, but not screen recapture it. I'm just going to record it from my phone.
Right.
And that's how I don't know who the fuck knows, but
it was the same trailer.
It was
now that you're okay.
It was definitely the same.
So then it
trailer.
Definitely leaked.
Yeah.
It definitely leaked. So yeah, I don't think I think, I mean, it could be said that it's still kind of amazing that that this day was marked. Yesterday was marked on WandaVision, and it ended up dropping. It's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
But yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited for it though. I'm real pumped about it.
Super excited. I got so many questions after watching this trailer. There's so many things that happened that, like I mentioned, the when he astral projects him, he looks like he's upset. I've got so many questions about like the multiple different ways that they're using multiverses and multiple timelines and multiple differences, like in the what ifs, because what if is, we've talked about on the show, it's part of the MCU, even though it's an anime or cartoon, animated show, however you want to refer to it, it's still part of the MCU, so it has implications, or it is at least affected by what happens in the MCU. And so, man, I just, everything has like a different version. I feel like maybe
it has a different vibe to
everything will get tied all together, not at the end of this movie, but in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I don't know.
Do we know, like, because I heard that WandaVision came after the events in this movie?
So not this movie, but Far From Home took place after the events of WandaVision. So WandaVision happens, the event timeline in the MCU, what is it called? The sacred timeline of the MCU.
Yeah.
WandaVision's events took place before even Far From Home happened. And so and this movie literally picks up right at the end of Far From Home, so you could basically put it all together. And
then Loki technically happened way before that
it
because they
happened-
went back
yeah,
in time.
It was
and,
like 2012 or whatever.
oh shit!
So there's so many like weird, and then Loki was jumping around in multiple times. So it's, I really hope that they, and they probably will.
I'm sure that they will.
But how they're gonna tie it all together, and then it's been confirmed that the guy that's directing this Spider-Man, No Way Home movie. Is the director for the Fantastic Four movie.
Correct. Yes.
Yo, they're fucking...
Yeah.
Damn.
Shit is about to get real interesting. It's about to get real comic booky out here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And there were even some scenes in there where they were flying when he was web slinging away after they
Revealed him. They
exposed him. Yeah, after they exposed him, there was something where there was like a building under construction, and then it was like 1, 2, 3, and then question mark. So there was some small implications of Fantastic.
Oh no, that
Four
was in the previous movie.
Oh, was it in the previous movie?
In the Far From Home in the post credit scene, right before they expose him, he's web slings through a building that people guessed was either used to be the Avenger Tower, and so people guessed
and then it has
was
a courtyard
either,
and all this stuff.
So there was
okay.
either the Baxter Building, which is the Richard Baxter from Fantastic Four, or dude from the Green
Gang?
No, the Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe's character.
Yeah.
What the
I don't
hell
know why
is
it's
their
slipping
business?
me
This
right
shit
now.
is slipping my mind right now.
Oscorp.
Oscorp, yeah. It could be Oscorp Tower or it could be the Baxter Tower, but it's starting
we're gonna
to seem
find
like
out.
it's a little bit more Baxtery.
We have a few more months for that. I want to see Shang-Chi
Yes.
when that drops in a couple of weeks. I do want to watch that like ASAP because I need the full story before we get to that point.
And I'm hyped for Eternals.
I'm hyped for that too.
Like you
I'm
mentioned,
hyped for Eternals too.
I wasn't
in November,
before.
right?
I think it's November, yeah. I wasn't before, but like you mentioned, that trailer dropped and shit, it changed everything for me. It like made it make more sense, and I'm like, all right, now I really want to see
Everything is
it.
gonna tie in, bro.
Everything.
Everything is
Yeah.
gonna start tying in. It's gonna be so fucking dope.
Word.
Yeah,
Can't
those are.
wait.
So then we get 2 movies before we even get to Spider-Man.
Right. So we'll have.
I was
even
talking
more
to the
backstory.
guys. I was like, literally, they could, without this was before the trailer dropped. Literally, they can put out a tweet right now saying, one theater in every city right now is showing Spider-Man, and no one would care about COVID. No one would care about anything. They would drop like anything that they were doing to figure out what theater it was, and everyone would go watch
Word.
that. And if they could drop 0 trailers for it.
That's true.
So
absolutely.
And now that we have a trailer, it's even more true. That movie's gonna break records.
Now
for
I'm
real.
only waiting on the Matrix. They're the only ones that are
We all
delayed.
Yeah, we're all yeah. And speaking about that, since we're gonna get on this real quick before we end the podcast, but the new Venom has now been delayed to January, which was supposed to be the Morbius
That's right.
drop date. So now they're taking over that drop date. So everything is delayed on that, pushed back, and also looks like randomly, Sony announced that they are naming their the Marvel movie universe that they have as they're rebranding as the Spider-Man universe.
So the universe that's already been made.
Venom, like Venom, Morbius,
okay.
like all of those, they're naming that the Spider-Man
okay.
universe because
The new stuff that's still wrapped up in
because
Sony stuff.
they still own the rights to Spider-Man, but they are working with Marvel in order to allow Spider-Man to be in the MCU.
So they're really
but that
planning
world
to bring
is-
him back in.
They're really planning to bring him back in, and a
Wow.
lot of people like that is the rumor right now is that like once
Please don't do
everything is
that.
done, like as far as their deal goes, if Marvel and Sony can't reach a deal on the characters remaining in the MCU, or if Marvel is just like, yeah, we're done with it, they can tarnish everything that they built for that character by just allowing Sony to just throw him into this bullshit universe that is now housing that fucking piece of shit Venom
Shut
series.
the fuck up. I like that Venom.
First of all, that Venom, I told you, I've said it early on. I do
care.
not like that
I
fucking
love it.
Venom.
Venom.
The Carnage one, that second trailer made me a little bit more
You're gonna love this
amped for
movie.
it, but I'm still not sold on
You're
it
gonna
though.
love
I'm still not sold on it.
Andy
You're gonna
Serkis
love
is
it.
gonna
Johnny
change
knows.
your mind.
I know.
And we all love Tom Holland right now as Spider-Man. And to take what he's built in the MCU and throwing him into this subpar universe and just now
It's like
it's
putting him on the
in the
CW.
hand of that
Just
is like,
give him
yeah.
his own CW
Yo, but it's
show
like
at that point,
if the
right?
Russo brothers came through and pulled like a crossover flick with Spider-Man and Venom and Carnage, or whatever happens to Carnage. I don't know. Maybe Carnage gets
If it's
destroyed.
headed-
And Mobius. What if all, you know what I mean? And that whole universe, and there's others of Spider-Man's villains that are entering this.
I get what you're saying.
If the
get
but
what
I'm
you're saying.
if it's like the Russo brothers come through and pull a dope ass crossover movie,
You gotta
It's
give him-
If the
possible.
Russo brothers are attached, then I would
Or
be
some
a little
other,
bit more
like,
amped about it.
dope ass MCU
Coen
director.
brothers.
I'm saying though, like let's
not
just continue to have Russo
Yeah,
brothers
this is a
attached,
match.
right? Jerry's over here like, okay, they're really into the nerd shit. But I'm just saying, like if the Russo brothers, let's go with the Russo brothers, right?
Yeah.
If they are attached, but it is a Sony movie and no one at Marvel has any input on this, I would be a little bit
yeah.
more amped.
No,
I would be a little bit more
yeah,
amped, but I would not.
would be sus.
And that is my point, is that if Marvel then goes, hey, yeah, we no longer have any need for the Spider-Man character within our storylines, you guys could do whatever you want with the Spider-Man, but they take Tom Holland and they take that character that they've already built within this universe and made it great, and then threw it into this fucking whatever the fuck this is over here
Yeah.
at Sony. That would suck.
Absolutely that would suck. I just so I'm thinking Tom Holland is probably only signed on to a specific number of more movies.
But he's already
playing the
agreed that if they
Spider-Man.
want him to play, Spider-Man forever, he will.
Agreed, but what I'm saying is like, well, yeah, maybe not. I just feel like
Just saying, it could just be ruined.
he wouldn't jump onto a whack Spider-Man movie that wasn't kissed by Marvel Studios in some way. Even though they may not be it doesn't have to be part of the overall MCU timeline, storyline, or whatever, and they maybe be quote unquote done with him. I feel like now that they have their hands on him, as long as they can, negotiations could always go bad like they did last time. But as long as they could both kind of work on them together, I think they will. And they'll just, it won't be as
I would
big
assume
of
so,
a
yeah.
deal to the overall timeline, and maybe it won't even be Marvel Studios produced, but it might be Marvel Studios blessed.
Well, I'm hoping that now they're kind of laying the foundation for Sinister Six and all of that
Right.
stuff, and
That looks
and they have right now I'm thinking that maybe even with the Morbius actually looks pretty good, but we won't know until that actually drops. Venom, I'm not a fan of the way they approach the anti-hero in that, but some people do like it.
And that's what
like
Mobius
Johnny.
is going to be too. It's going to be anti-hero.
And that's what I'm saying. So we don't know, but then if they turn, as long as Marvel Studios is attached,
yeah,
I'd be down for it.
I mean, that's
If-
their
if
only
Marvel-
choice. All these people are Spider-Man's villains, right? And so they're trying to make movies out of villains, but make you still kind of appreciate the villain.
No, yeah, I respect it. All right, so we could end it on this small piece of news, but Deadpool 3 has a small release window. So Ryan Reynolds is working on the script, according to Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige. So Ryan Reynolds is working on the script, and they are saying that it will be released, the odds of them filming in 2022 is about 70% likely. So
I like
that's
those
what we can,
odds.
that's what we can bet on. So hopefully next year they'll start filming a Deadpool movie,
We're in
and
21 now, right?
Yeah. So by next year,
Next year.
by next year they're
2021,
extremely hopeful that they will begin filming. But right now, Ryan Reynolds is working with the script directors, which before we talked about that the Bob's Burgers writers were tied to
wasn't
the
it two chicks that never wrote anything Deadpool related.
correct,
ever?
but they're working with
That's
Ryan
right.
Reynolds on
Right.
writing the
He-
script.
Yes,
so
I do remember that. Yeah.
so it's about so they're saying that it's very likely 70% likely that they will begin filming in 2022. So we may get a Deadpool movie within the next two years.
So release in 23, you thinking?
Yeah, if they film, if they
That's
film
crazy.
in 22,
That's way
we can
faster
get a release
than I
date by
thought.
23. Right. So so I'm hopeful on that. But do you guys have anything else to add to this stellar conversation?
Stellar.
Dala.
You've been quiet for a while. You have anything to add?
No, I'm learning right now.
He's vibing.
He's just
He's
absorbing.
vibing.
I'm reading Alice notes over here, just chilling. That Henny, man.
Oh
Henny,
man.
It's not Henny.
Yeah,
it's
man. Shout out
Insensi.
to is that insensitive nectar. Yeah, and shout out to our boy Prince that mysteriously just kind of disappeared.
Oh my God! I just realized he wasn't here.
Where'd he go?
I thought he was right there next to me.
Oh man. But guys, if that's all we have for today, yo, thank you so much for making it this far into the podcast. I know sometimes we ramble on and we talk a lot of shit and we laugh and we do all kind of crazy shit. So the fact that you stood through all of that, we definitely love you for that. So remember to have your friends and family rate, review, and subscribe if you feel like they would enjoy this content on either Apple Podcasts or YouTube. Now, if you do listen on Apple Podcasts, definitely drop a review for us, all right? And do not forget, we dropped our merch. InsensitiveMerch.com. You can pick up some Insensitive Culture merch. So please pick up some stuff. We have some fire stuff in there, and we keep on building up on that shit.
There's gonna be more merch coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's gonna be a lot of shit in there.
Word up.
So definitely pick up some Insensitive Culture merch, and when people ask you what the hell is that, let them know who Insensitive Culture is. All right, but guys, again, thank you very much, Macho.
Shout out
Thanks
to our
for coming
sponsor,
My guys.
Clap
Yes, sir.
Cleats.
Yes.
Don't remember?
Yep, Clap Cleats.
Clapcleats.com.
Yo, I need
Promo
the
code
link right
Insensitive.
now when we get off here. I need the link.
I just ordered 2 pairs during this episode.
Yo, for sure, get yourself some Clap Cleats, and remember to visit Ridley's Gamer Realm on Facebook. All right.
Word.
So guys, we love you. Thank you. Peace.
Peace.